anytime you want to put it up, it should be fine. We'll be silent from there.
I already did it.
It's already done. Are we on?
I married their
Okay.
youngest son, Jim.
Oh, okay.
She'll just tell me when she's on.
Oh, you're younger than I thought. Damn.
Oh. Oh, so I must not look that young. I've had a rough couple weeks.
Hello, hello.
There we go. I'm on number one.
And Denise, I'm not going to ask you to wear a headset, right?
Okay.
So I remember that last time you had your hair done, and I gave you a headset, and you're like, don't. You put it on like a champ, but I knew.
Well, I was more about like how many people wore this headset before me.
Oh, I know. I get the same way. That's why I have the red one, the red windscreen.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah, I should be able to make some kind of call.
Yeah, right?
Who's that guy? Yeah, we're still a couple minutes out from being live.
No, that guy signed in. Maybe he's with Hawken. I don't know.
It could be. We have a honorary captain on the field. We should make you an honorary captain. You go out there.
Chris Breck's tonight, Tom.
Chris Breck's the honorary captain. That's right.
Vets and first responders.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'd be good at that. All you just go out there and flip the coin, and
No.
that'd be a good one. We did get those converted after we did the email exchange
Good.
into MP4s.
Yeah, they would not. They would ask me 9 million questions about what I was using it for.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth the effort.
Otherwise they don't really seem to ask much of anything, do they? Though. But
No. We kind of try to do our own thing out here and stay under the radar and ask for
Right.
forgiveness later. So if I asked for the converted file, they would have asked me 100 questions, and then I would have ended up with no.
Well, I tell you, if they ever do come to you want anything, I'll make up a list of all the stuff that we do, because like I said, we always refer. I was in Chagrin Falls last week, and I referred. It's going to be nice to be back in the University Hospital County Medical Center broadcast booth. Look great to be home again for the whiteout. Blah blah blah. I was trying to do
It's all
that.
good. I get it, but
Yeah.
these people downtown, man, they get uptight. You got to come out here and relax a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I used to like to go to the city and visit, like New York and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to go there ever again. Nothing. And we are live here at Riccardi Stadium and Jocelyn Field, back home in the University Hospital Conneaut Medical Center broadcast booth for a really big game here tonight. A lot of stuff going on. This is the Hawken Hawks are in town. A very good football team. Looking forward to a very, very tough football game against those guys. They're 3-1 as well, along with us after our win last week against Chagrin Falls. But the Conneaut Spartans and the Hawken Hawks will get underway and battle it out here a little bit later on. It's also the whiteout. Chris Breck, State Farm Insurance, is over there on the far side of the field behind the visitors' bleachers with a lot of activities that have been going on for the kids and so forth. Looks like the kids are starting to filter away and make their way into the stadium. But if you haven't been here all year, we invite you to stop out here and come in and enjoy yourself. This is really, truly one of the greatest places in town that you can go for entertainment. It really is. We have some nice other events like Perch and Pilsner and a few other things. And with me to talk about some of the things that are going on in the community, as well as the fun stuff you can do, but also regarding University Hospital that we have right here in Conneaut is Denise DiDonato. Denise, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's been a while since I've been able to get up here.
I know, it really has been. It's been a really long time. And of course, you are the Director of Business Development, and you have probably 3 or 4 hats you have to put on.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, there's a lot that rolls into that hat, but one of my most favorite things is being able to come out here and be involved in community events. We have an incredible community outreach team, and we were here at the Whiteout tonight. What a great turnout. Chris Breck just does a fantastic job.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's one of the things that we are thrilled to be a part of out here. So
yeah, and we were also covering that too. That Chris Breck is our honorary captain tonight. he'll be in the center of the field if he has any energy left in him after putting on. Because not only is the time that the whiteout happened over there, but there was all that work and effort that he had to put into just to get it ready to go.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, and that's in addition to all the stuff he has to do at his agency.
I know.
He's
He's a great guy to work with. He served on University Hospital's Conneaut board for a while, and it was a pleasure for us to have him with us.
That's probably in here too. That we have. This is with him being an honorary captain tonight. We have a list of everything, and it's kind of like this is your life, you know. When they run down the list where he graduated from high school and he went to Mount Union University and everything. And Dave's going to be covering that. We may spotlight on that too here a little bit later on as well.
Yeah, when I think about Chris, I think I don't know, we should be calling him Mr. Conneaut.
Yeah. Yes, well, he did win Citizen of the Year, so that was well deserved.
Yep.
We got a couple of them here tonight. Chuck was one. I don't know who else won that award, but Mike Johnson might be up here at some point here in the near
Well,
future.
you know, your superintendent, Lori Riley, was one too. How could you forget that?
And she was just up here a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I told her you were coming too.
She's all over the place.
Yeah, I know she is. She's got a lot of stuff to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
And she's tried to designate herself as like the concierge for people sitting in the nice seats here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So she watches over that, but she gets pulled away, and she's anywhere and everywhere, you know.
Yeah, I got to tell you, this stadium is absolutely beautiful. What a gem for the city of Conneaut and for Conneaut School District. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. And I think when the visiting teams come, they must agree as well.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, and we last week had a nice interview. That's why we're grateful to have an interview. We had a nice interview with Chris Riccardi. He was back last week along with his wife and Lori, I think it is, right?
They are supporters of university hospitals as well. They've been, they have been generous to us in our Seidman Cancer Center campaign.
Oh, it's awesome. Awesome, and that's the new scoreboard we got.
I know, I think it's beautiful.
Oh, you saw that?
Yep, I saw it the first day.
Beautiful thing.
Yep, I saw it when it was up, pictures all over Facebook. It's a lot to be proud of here in Conneaut.
Lori was talking too. The next thing I think we're going to move on is new goalposts. And I said to him, look at those goalposts. I mean, you never see those anywhere. And I think we need to bring in Ohio State's anthropology department to do some carbon dating on it to find out how long that thing has been there. Because my dad played football here when the wall was surrounded after World War II.
Oh, wow.
You know, and those they're probably not that long after that, you know.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, so that'll be nice when we move ahead to that. And then eventually, Don Lewis was here week one. Mm-hmm. He's the commissioner of the CVC. He told us that we're the only ones who have grass.
Oh, really?
Everybody else has artificial
Well, you know,
turf.
the controversy in the NFL now is getting rid of the turf.
I know.
I know, so they may be going to grass.
You know, I wondered about that because getting like turf toe or a knee or an ankle or something like that, because sometimes you plant that foot and it doesn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. In grass, it moves a little bit.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully nothing happens. But if it does, we have a university hospital trainer around here somewhere.
We do, yeah. So Mary Catherine, she is the UH athletic trainer, and then Dr. Samantha Kiefer, who's part of Conneaut Primary Care, also is at the home football games on the sidelines with Mary Catherine. So we are honored to be a part of Spartan traditions here.
Anything else coming up event-wise with at Conneaut Hospital into the fall here?
Not really event-wise, specifically at Conneaut. Now, we do our annual Walk for the Cure, which is Conneaut and Geneva, but in that it's held actually in Geneva this year. That's coming up on Sunday, and that money is raised for free mammograms for anyone in Ashtabula County who is uninsured and cannot afford a mammogram. But as for Conneaut, you know, not much going on right now. This is a busy time of the year where we're kind of winding things down and making our plans for next year.
That's a good point, yeah. And plus you just got done with Perch and Pilsner and D-Day just a week and a half.
D-Day was huge for us. We have over 400 hours of volunteer time for university hospital employees at D-Day.
Yeah. So you've been busy.
Yeah, we have
Even
been
though
very
you don't have
busy.
everything going on right now, you had a lot of stuff going on throughout the summer. So
yes, absolutely.
Well, we got the band out here now, so that's wonderful. We got the camera on them, and we'll everyone loves to watch them as well, is getting ready for the game because it's a super band.
I love the band.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Great job.
But Denise, we really appreciate it. We're going to break now and go to the coaches show in a minute here.
Absolutely.
Ben's going to activate that up. But, you're always welcome to stop up anytime.
Thank you.
And who was the other one that was going to come up with you? The new president or?
The chief medical officer,
Oh, Chief
Dr.
Medical.
Andrick. He's
That's
our
right.
chief medical officer and an ER doctor. So
Yeah.
there's a good chance if you've gone to the ER in Conneaut, you've seen Dr. Andrick.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll try to get something lined up with them too as
Okay.
well. If
All right.
not here, then at least on the air, one or
Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'd love to do that.
All right.
Denise DiDonato from University Hospital, thank you very much for
Thank
stopping by
you.
and talking with us today.
All right, go Spartans.
Go Spartans, absolutely right. And here's our alma mater.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask for your kind attention at this time as we take this opportunity to salute our veterans and our nation's and our city's first responders. Our world changed on a bright September 11th morning 22 years ago. In 2001, terror came home to America.
And that's the alma mater. We're going to break
As a
now for the
result,
coaches show.
our
with Coach
nation's
Rocco
sons and
Dover.
daughters have been deployed to dangerous
And good evening. It's the Chris Breck State Farm Insurance Coaches Show, right here on WOW TV, WOW Radio. I'm Matt Jarvie. With me again, of course, always, Coach Rocco Dobrin.
Hey, great to be here as always.
Always good to see you too, Coach. Billy Ciccatelli stopping by too for a little,
How's it going, folks?
with a little fist pump, and then he heads on his own way to get his bike and do whatever Billy does. I thought I'd look back a little bit here at our drive up there. I wanted to apologize again that we weren't able to get our video cast on. Ben was up at the Independence game, and right after that he drove straight to Hopkins Airport, had everything locked up in the car, and he went to Colorado, and he was there all week.
Oh, wow. There you go. That's a good trip, though, right?
Yeah, a real nice trip, yeah. So because I said, no problem, we're part of YSN now, because I called Sam up, and I said, Sam, you got a guy, you can help me out? He's sure, you got a guy that usually covers Lakeside, and they're playing Orange, so we already had a team on Orange, so that freed him up. And he had all the gear together, we had it all set up, I was going to pick him up, we're going to head over, and all that, and it was like 5:30 or something like that on game day. He called up, or he actually texted me and said that he got tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, it's going around again.
Along with his boy,
Yeah.
So I was going to cancel everything, and I'm just thinking about it, and so instead I just grabbed my phone and my little bit of gear and packed it up and jumped in the car and drove up there. I'm going to do a radio broadcast.
There you go.
That's how we started out, plus it's on the AM and the FM, and it's on our stream. So
Right.
that's enough. So it all worked out, but and we'll be back to normal here for the Thursday night game. No problem at all. Hey, one thing we had a couple questions about you were out on the field, and it was quite an exchange with the umpire and the referee when you were out there. You were kind of a little animated. You weren't angry or anything like that, but you were moving around and had your arms going and so forth. We were just wondering what that was all about. And the umpire seemed like he was reaching out to you, like just saying, it's okay, it's okay. And you weren't having nothing to do with that.
Well, I don't know. It happened a couple of times, but I know at the end of the half, of course, got the trainer. The end of the half there, we got. It really wasn't the ref's fault, but the clock, the guy running the clock kept messing it up.
I did see that.
And giving them extra time.
Yeah.
And then I believe they ran a play and they didn't start the clock, and the ref took 3 seconds off the clock, and I'm like, 3 seconds? There's no play in the country that you can run in 3 seconds, and their quarterback on that play, like, he went back and he scrambled, and he ran out of bounds. So I'm like, you ran back, you scrambled, you ran out of bounds. You're telling me only 3 seconds came off the clock? So. And again, it wasn't the ref's fault ultimately because their clock guy didn't start it, and he should have.
And they got it straightened out.
But they just took off 3 seconds, and we had to live with that. But in the last 16 seconds, they got like 5 plays. I'm like, what team gets 5 plays in 16 seconds?
Yeah, I know.
But we did. They didn't score, so. It all worked out for us in that circumstance. So.
Yeah, well, it worked out. We were just kind of wondering what all that was about, and sometimes we don't know, and we like to pass it along. The fans want to know.
Everyone gets animated, everyone gets excited because their guy was mad because the clock should have ran the one time, or it should have stopped and it ran, so he was mad, and then the next time it stopped, and so now I was mad. So the refs took it from both sides, and it really wasn't their fault in that situation. It was the clock manager, and I heard that it was some new person, so they were new to it. And that's just part of the game sometimes.
Real small up in that booth. It was kind of, cozy up there. And they were nice folks, especially when I first got there. They were very cordial. I thanked them for their, for being nice to us and so forth. And Tim was on the other side. There's no door blocking him. He was letting it go through the headset and everything. And it was interesting, though. It really was. And the way the thing was set up used to be a horse racing track.
Yeah.
That's why the booth is on the visitor side, and you can see the home side on the other way with that overhang. Okay. And that overhang was for horse racing. It was like I don't know.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Interesting kind of set up the way it was. Just looking back, it seemed like they did have speed and they executed a little bit, but they weren't able to really get it down into the red zone at all.
No. Our defense played outstanding. 10 was a great running back for them. We expected him to get loose a couple times, and our linebackers just played phenomenal. The D-line did a good job of holding, basically taking up space. They wouldn't let their offensive line get to our linebackers, and then our linebackers were just all over the place making plays, and it was a good thing. They completed a couple passes here or there. We want to get better at stopping that kind of stuff. But overall, our defense played outstanding, and as far as the offense goes, our offensive line was phenomenal all night, and it was kind of like a slow progression, but just move the ball, take a lot of clock, and then one of our running backs would break one, and between Wyatt Payne and Max Gleason, and we said last week Wyatt Payne, everyone was keying on him. Max had 2 200-yard games in a row. Now this week I think they're keen on Max. Wyatt Payne goes for 200 yards, Max goes for 100.
Yeah.
But it's all behind that big offensive line, and that very first offensive drive was 98 yards, and I even forgot that until I watched film the next day. I'm like, whoa, and it's like, wow, that's like how you draw it up, and it doesn't happen very often that way. 98-yard drive and 14 plays, and it was all chunks until the final 36-yard run. So I was just proud of those guys. Just to, it was 7-0 at half, just because of the way it was going, but we were doing really well, and then eventually we warmed down, and then 2 more touchdowns, and probably should have got a 3rd or 4th touchdown. With more penalties in the last drive. So,
yeah, and I felt bad too for Max. He got a lot of yardage, some big plays called back. One definitely for a touchdown, the other one would have led to a touchdown.
Absolutely.
So it just that's the way it goes.
It is. And you feel bad for the kids because I think sometimes, and again, it was a good reffing crew. I'm not going to blame the refs or anything, but I did feel like, oh, you're up 21. We don't want this to get out of hand, and they throw some flags that aren't really there, like minor. So, that 70-yard touchdown definitely should have been a touchdown. You watch it on film, and you feel bad for the kids because of that, and if we go up 20-0 there, then we get our JVs in and that kind of stuff. But it is what it is, and you just play the game, and the things that are out of your control are out of your control.
It seemed as though that you knew that they were going to key on Wyatt, and then probably Max too, but but Wyatt absolutely he's your running back, and you just took that and said, well, it doesn't matter. We're running Wyatt, and you ran him heavy in the game.
Absolutely.
He's your running back. You said he's our horse that does our work for us, so we're going to put him out there.
Absolutely. And he just kept running behind that big offensive line, and we did a little, double tight stuff, heavy stuff, and just really just try to outman them out front. And eventually it kept working, just sometimes. And it was a patient deal. We were okay with 4 or 5 yards until it became a 60-yard run or a 30-yard run,
Right.
So it was a nice patient deal, and we didn't lose too much yards ever.
Yeah.
So.
What was interesting, too, I was able to find this out. I don't know if you knew it or not, but the Willoughby Times-Herald, or Willoughby News-Herald, the big newspaper up in that area, they have a sports staff, 8 guys on their staff, I think it is, and they all track games and keep track of them, and whoever wins at the end of the year who gets a pizza or whatever, I don't know. Yeah. But they were all 8-0 picking Chagrin Falls to win the game.
Yeah, see, I don't look at that stuff, right? And that's what I tell the kids. That's what you just got to play the game. I'm sure everyone's gonna pick Hawken this week too. So you just got to play. You got to go up. You got to show up and play the game.
You don't mind being an underdog, do you?
Absolutely not. We just talked about being confident. We do a topic every week where we talk to the kids about something new, a new topic, and this week was actually confidence. And one of the quotes was, you're never the underdog if you don't believe you're the underdog. It doesn't matter what other people think, So. The one quote was that the guy said, I was never been an underdog because in my head I was going to win every game. So it didn't matter who else thought I was the underdog. In my own head, I wasn't the underdog. And, and that's kind of the attitude we're trying to take and just go forward with that.
It's well said, Rock. It really is. And speaking of Hawken, we're moving up again. Of course, we're up here. It's Wednesday at the practice field. A beautiful day. We're expecting the similar weather at game time. So looking forward to that. It's finally turning into kind of fall. A little cooler temperatures and so forth. The guys probably like that so they're not sweating out there with all their gear on.
They love it at practice. They sure do.
Yeah, I bet. But Hawken, it seems like if we look back and you're trying to gauge it against teams that we know, Edgewood, they jumped on Edgewood in the first quarter, but you take that out, go the second quarter and second half, very close game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Edgewood handled them, it seemed like, after they got jumped on in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things. It was a tricky game because Hawken was running the ball because they were up right out the gate 21-0 because of turnovers and because of kickoff return or punt return. I'm not sure. I think it was punt return. Return. Punt return for a touchdown, an interception for a touchdown. They had another turnover and then they scored a touchdown a couple plays later. So then they're running the ball, being conservative after that, and Edgewood slinging it around, like they do. They got their quarterback can sling it. They got some good receivers, and so they just kept themselves back in the game, And then Hawken would score, then they get themselves back in the game, and it was kind of a crazy game. It was, it looked like a backyard football game as far as Edgewood goes.
Yeah,
the way they sling it around, and Hawken just saying, hey, we want to control the ball and get our stud number 2 the ball, or their tailback, and they did that.
Yeah, that's at Jason Johnson or something, I think it is. Or
yeah,
that kid has an uncanny way of finding the end zone, though, doesn't he?
He absolutely does. He's a special talent.
Seems to know how to get there. Their quarterback is a big guy, likes to throw the ball. He can see over the line pretty well, but not very mobile.
Yeah, he's a straight thrower. He's his dad's actually the head coach at the University of Akron.
Okay,
Coach Moorhead, and so he's coached well, he's taught well. Kid can sling it, he can throw. You know what I mean? His game isn't really much running the ball. They let number 2 do that.
Right.
And he does a great job of controlling the game and managing the game, and you can tell that he's a very bright kid.
Is that something you're going to try to take advantage of a little bit with the blitz, perhaps, trying to put some pressure on him?
Yeah,
He's not very mobile. You might, if you can get to him, it'll shake things up.
Absolutely. It's all a chess match. It's we got to stop their running back, and that's the most important thing. And then on passing downs, we got to get to that kid, and try to get to him before he could pick you apart. So
and they have a big line too. It seems like their line's able to open up holes with Johnson. That's made him successful.
Absolutely. They're one of them teams that they're not very tricky. They ain't trying to trick you. They're going to run what they run, and they think, hey, we're going to beat you with what we do. And,
right.
And so
it doesn't look real fancy.
Our kids got to come out and play. Our kids got to come out and play if they want to have a shot at it.
Right.
So.
And you got to kind of compete on their level. I'm sure they bully other teams. They got size on their line. They probably push them around a little bit. And, of course, maybe they haven't been up against a line quite like our guys. So that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, And I was saying that the other day, because maybe they will be able to, maybe they won't. We'll find that out tomorrow night. But up to this point, our defensive line has not been moved. Every once in a while, you get a good defensive lineman that's not going to move. But when you watch film, 2 or 3 of them get pushed back against a good team, and we tell them some techniques to try not to get pushed back. And well, this year,
we're here at Joslyn Field just after opening kickoff for the Conneaut Spartans hosting the Hawken Hawks.
Wednesday up at the practice field, which was yesterday.
Hawken will take over.
And one thing
first and 10 at its own 42.
Very, very similar to what it was yesterday. Just perfect weather for high school football.
Conneaut comes in 3-1. Hawken 3-1 as well.
Steve's with us live here too as well, turning him on.
He's 3.
Oh, he's 3.
Hawken in a pistol.
Oh, good. Well, Ben's ready. Everybody's live. There's a pass.
Oh,
it bounces, and the Spartans picked that up. It was tipped in the air, and let's see who comes up with it there.
Ball tipped by a Hawken receiver.
Ty
Bryce
Koval, I think.
comes up with the interception.
Bryce Spurlin.
Conneaut's going to take over in Hawken territory.
Yeah, it was kind of it just tipped, and it kind of just was suspended in the air, kind of spinning around, and Spurlin came up with it. So that's a big turnover right off the bat here. And, of course, we are
in a big play for the Spartans to open up tonight.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, great way to start off the game.
And with me, of course, is Steve Grant, along with Ben Jarvie.
Quarterback Max Gleason will
Max is back in the shotgun.
be in the backfield with Wyatt Payne.
Right behind him.
2 wide each way. Gleason's going to hand to Payne up the middle. He's going to stutter.
He's
He's got a little gap.
He does make it almost to the 40. We'll mark that at the 41.
Yep. Good run by Wyatt.
The dynamic
Payne fumbled, but the Spartans picked
Max and Wyatt.
the ball on it.
We need to get this thing adjusted.
Payne picks up 4.
Here, pull it off a second, Steve. I'm trying to fix Steve up here.
Turn me down a little bit. I'm always too loud.
Yeah, you might
have an official's timeout on the field.
Yeah.
And we're back to.
You might want to try to just go one side.
Gleason and Payne in the backfield.
Get that around.
2nd and 6 from the 42.
Try to just have one side on the other one down here off the. There you go. That should work better. Hope so. Anyway, there's a running play up the middle, and there's a pickup of a couple.
Right up the gut.
Ben.
He'll cross the 40.
Yep. That was Max keeper, right?
Down to about the 39.
39.
Yeah, it was a couple, so I think it's going to bring about 3rd and 4 upcoming. It's a tough one. But definitely a nice run play here on 3rd down. They can pick this one up, no problem at the 39-yard line.
Set up a 3rd and 3 for the Spartans.
Scott Jarvie along with Steve Grant and Ben Jarvie here on WOW TV and WOW Radio.
From the 39, Gleason and Payne, 3 wide right.
Max gets it, hands it off to Wyatt. He hits the line really hard, and there's a flag thrown.
Flag down.
Yeah, he didn't get. I don't think he got it though.
No, he didn't.
And but the flag may end up factoring
Payne
in.
was met by a wall there.
What they're saying here. Looks like they were.
No indication of the flag yet.
Usually in the area of holding, it is.
Yeah, they might decline it,
and
or
it's
they're
going to be a hold on the Spartans.
So
that'll take them back 10.
Back them up more, but it's going to replay 3rd down, so might be a good thing for the Spartans. Maybe we'll see.
They got a ways to go.
Take the Spartans back all the way to the 49.
13. But that was Luke Mangini making the stop for the Hawks. That's the son of, as you were saying, Steve, the older of the 2 sons on this team of Coach Eric Mangini, the ESPN NFL analyst.
Looked like Dylan Phillips
3rd 13 for the Spartans at the Hawken 49.
It looked like he was getting pushed around by the crowd that was
they
around
go
him.
2 wide each way. Payne and Gleason in the backfield.
Anyway, Max is back in the
redirecting Payne. He's going to fake
the fake
Payne,
handoff to Wyatt. He's looking up the middle, and Max runs, and
he'll get
almost down to the 40-yard line.
About 4
near the 40.
Excuse me. About 4 yards short.
You know, I was thinking, you guys, that this game might be more fit for Max because he loves
43,
to run through the big trees.
Pick up a 6 for Gleason.
You know, run straight forward.
4th and 7 from the Hawken 43.
Look at the line here of the Hawken Hawks, and we talked about that in the coaches show. They got some size on their line.
Spartans are going to go for it.
This game's decided on the line of scrimmage, I think.
Definitely. Long.
Gleason's going to take the
long
snap,
here.
hand to Payne up
and
the middle.
Max, or Wyatt again.
And he's stopped dead in his tracks.
That time, but it's 4th down.
He'll lose 1 on the run.
There and be 1st down and 10.
I'm not sure about that.
Spartans will turn it over
I'm
on
not sure either.
Because it was doubtful they would get it with a run against this line of Hawken. And now Hawken is
set up.
1st and 10 now at their own 45.
Pretty good field position.
They're in great field position.
Now, and this will be the thing. The number one key that we've got to find in this game
So
is going
the
to
Hawks
stop
take over
Jordan
first and 10 at their own 43.
That's the big running back
Well,
that they've got.
and there's another key too, I think, is just not making mistakes too, like we
Yes.
have in the past couple games, all these penalties.
Donovan Moore at the quarterback. That's Johnson with the ball right through
That's
the
number
middle. and
2,
he
Jordan
picks up
Johnson on the carry.
About it looks like
He'll get
7
it out
on the
out
play,
to
right across
midfield.
the 50.
He's
We're
quick.
going to mark that about right on the 50. That's where they're putting it. That'll be third down.
Hurry up offense here.
Jordan Johnson, that goes to
Kick.
Johnson again. He's
That's
across
Johnson
for
again
first
on the
down. Look for
carry.
some running room. He's moving a lot on that field.
Starts to his right,
He's headed
weaves
towards
back
the
to
far
the left,
sideline
he'll be
and then
brought
worked his way
down
back to the
across
middle of
the
the field.
45.
Good thing Max
At
dragged him
the
down too.
43.
If he didn't grab him by the shoes, he might have taken off.
Exactly. I think Max Gleason saved a touchdown.
You know, watching him on the films, guys, this Jordan Johnson, he's a real
Pick
a
up
real
a
deal.
7 for
It's a
Johnson.
different runner that time. Fake to Johnson, hands off up
They're
the
in
middle.
hurry-up mode
Gonna call
tonight.
forward progress here and blow that one dead at the 39 is where they should mark that.
That's Luke Mangini, number 30.
The oldest son.
Ball carrier there was
Yeah, Zach is a freshman. Zach
Mangini.
Mangini, who plays offensive or
Picked
defensive
up 2.
linebacker.
we got
Second and 10.
Donovan's a big quarterback. He's the one you were talking about,
Second
Steve. His
and
dad
8.
is the head coach of Akron. There's a whistle blown there. There's something happened.
got a flag on the play
There's a
before the
illegal
snap. We got a
procedure
procedure
on
penalty.
the Hawks. That'll move
That'll
the ball
move it back
Very
5.
important penalty there. Try to slow down this Hawk offense, or at least this drive. But Donovan Moorhead, though, is he's
Second
a
and
big, tall
13 from the
quarterback.
40.
Sees
The
over the
Spartans
line pretty
46.
good. He looks a little bit more mobile than what I thought I saw watching some of the films that I was able to locate. But he likes to throw the ball, not run it. If you're going to run
Johnson
it,
on
it's
the
that
carry
guy
again,
that does
right
it.
up the
Jordan
gut.
Johnson. And he's
He'll take
almost
it to
down
the 41.
to the 39-yard line
Pick
again.
up a 5.
I'm sorry, the 41.
Oh, this Johnson's a real
38.
deal. He is really quick. He has a great start.
Yeah, this is going to be they almost
Hawks
you
are doing a
almost
good
want to have
job
a
opening up
wildcat on him. I don't know if that
that
would help or
right
not,
in
but
the
I have to
middle of the
tie
Conneaut
closely.
line.
Your job is Jordan Johnson and nothing else. Just key on him.
Mangini in
7.
motion. Johnson's going to
Yeah, he's
get
going to
the
throw the
fake.
ball across the middle. He's got the
Wide
wide
open.
receiver open, and he's gone for a touchdown.
Tommy
man.
Wright.
It's a touchdown for the Hawks. Of course, Max was behind him there, and he was wide open. Whoever was keying on him was lost somewhere in the defensive coverage.
Well, Wright was wide open. And a great call, great play. So with 7:29 left, it's 6-0
Yeah.
with the extra point being tried by the Hawken Hawks.
Well, you could tell that this Donovan Moorhead, he's more of a pure passer. You know, he looks good doing it too.
Julian Jabaris, the kicker for Hawken. Snap, kick. Oh, wow, what a
It
leg.
looks good.
They got everything, this team.
So 7:29 here in the first quarter. The Hawks have driven downfield here where they got picked up good field position. Didn't take them long to find their way to pay dirt,
They
did
sure
it?
didn't. If you're
Yep.
wondering anything about Hawken, they are a private school south of Cleveland with a large tuition,
That touchdown also is brought to
but
you
an
by
excellent academic school.
Brought to you by Chris Breck State Farm Insurance. It was a whiteout out there tonight. Thank you for Chris for putting on that great event. Busy week for him. Actually, I should say busy month. He's got a lot of work that just goes into putting this thing together ahead of time. Not just what he does here, but a great job. He's going to settle back into what he does, for a living. And you should also, at some point here in the fall, consider bundling your insurance or at least sitting down and talking with Chris Breck about your insurance. Maybe things have changed. That happens quite a bit. Give him a call at 593-1191. Chris Breck State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
Oh, man.
Trying to take time here as these guys are kind of, I don't know what they're doing. Ben's put the crowd mic back out there again. It is working. It's good.
Wow.
Here's the kickoff.
Javaris, the kicker, into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Spartans will start on their own 25. $7:29 left in the first quarter here at Riccardi Stadium. Jocelyn Field at Riccardi Stadium. 7-0, the Hawken Hawks leading.
Yeah, 7-0. We got the ball at the 20 now for the touchback. You know, there wasn't, if they looked at what happened in Chagrin Falls, there shouldn't be much guesswork about what they're going to be keying on. So, oh, there's Max, tries to roll out. He doesn't fool anybody,
he gets
though.
it. It's complete.
That was to Sperlin. He was almost in the grass, but he just let it go.
Yeah, somehow Gleason found Sperlin.
Yeah.
He was wide open. And a gain of about, let's see, they moved it. Is there a flag on the play?
That sounded okay,
There's a flag on the play. What was the call?
I don't know. It went back down, though. Actually,
I missed that one. I
down
didn't.
to the
Did you
fifth,
see that?
Yeah, it was a 5-yard penalty, whatever it was.
Oh, now they're going to start for the
15.
15. Now it's first and
Still,
15.
still first down, but first down and 15 now.
What was the flag, Billy? You don't know.
Illegal man
There's
downfield
a
is
run
what I
up the
heard.
middle.
Okay.
It's Wyatt. Not much there to gain, and he is finally brought down. He picked up. They're not marking any gain there at all. Second down and 15.
Linda Ciccatelli, if you're listening, Billy is here in the press box. Safe and sound, but causing some trouble.
Safe and sound, but being a troublemaker. Yeah, we got 6.5, right?
Yeah, 6.5 minutes left. There goes a goose across the field. All alone, heading towards the lake, I think. I don't know what he's doing. It's a timeout over on the side of the field, though. We want to take this timeout and remind everyone that, you know, Conneaut Dairy Queen, your Conneaut Dairy Queen, and we missed those guys. They're, hopefully everybody is healing up over there and doing well, and health is returning to as everyone would like it to. But stop by there, and you got to try their featured blizzard for this month is the Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough Blizzard, or they also have the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard. Now that one sounds good. Now, Steve, you said you've had 700 pumpkin pie blizzards.
I'd take it.
You like them?
I'd take it.
They're delicious. You also try something from the Brazier Grill too as well. So all you got to do is stop in there and order one of their signature stack burgers. We'll see you at the Conneaut DQ. Hawkins coming back out now after their timeout. Now they got the Spartans down to second down and 15. That was after the completed pass to Bryce Sperlin that didn't go at all as he intended. There's a snap. It's a running play off the left guard. Doesn't get much at all, maybe a yard or so. It looks as though what we're trying is
Max Gleason on the run there.
it's not yielding what they would have liked it to yield.
Yeah, it's not. They're really fighting for every yard, and they're deep in their end zone now, in their territory now. So they're really going to have to air it out a little bit and try something a little adventurous right now.
You got to try for first down. You're absolutely right.
And don't make any mistakes here. They're deep in their own territory.
Because we don't have a foot. Somebody who really puts a foot into it for a punt to get him way back. He's rolling out to the near side here, looking to throw the ball. Max can't find anybody. Good coverage there.
Throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to loop it over the top for Thad Huya.
Yeah.
But it didn't quite get there, did it?
I mean, it just didn't have enough. Thad didn't really run the route maybe that Max was hoping for. He didn't just keep going down the sideline. You had, who was that? Bradley Agnew deep, but I don't think really he had anyone open. No one had any room at all to catch that.
So Bryce is back. Hope Bryce can get one of his finest punts ever.
Well, they're going to need it, I'll tell you.
I mean, he had the record, we think.
Deep man for Hawken is only standing at his 50.
I know, and you got to put it over his head. He's got to angle it and have it roll.
They're going to get a delay of game here.
I don't know what he's doing. I think Coach called a timeout because why did Bryce start walking away?
Yep, it's a penalty.
Yeah,
Delay
they
of
didn't.
game.
They didn't call a timeout, and it's a delay of game. That hurts because I obviously the formation wasn't right. You didn't have number 5 lined up in the proper place.
Yeah, I don't get it, but okay. Bryce is back.
He'll be kicking from about his 10.
Kick is back. It's
Not
a
bad, not
decent,
bad.
Decent. It's got to roll. Oh, he does catch it. There's a marker thrown. And it's,
Yeah,
that's
Jaden
Dillon.
Anderson.
Jaden Anderson.
Jaden Anderson just lays him right out, baby.
Oh, he did. He come up and nailed him, put him down
And
quick.
that was Jordan Johnson on the
Yeah.
Return.
I think the guys are going to be anxious to try to see what they can do as far as stopping Jordan Johnson. That's going to
it's
be
great to have him back too, Jordan Johnson.
Well, I mean, you got to. If you can't stop him, he's going to. Then it's going to make their passing game even.
Jordan Johnson, Jaden Anderson. I'm sorry, Jaden. I talked to him before the game. It's good to have him back. Injured last year with that knee.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been back a couple weeks now. And last week is where he showed that burst of speed, which we were grateful to see. There's Donovan Moorhead looking for the pass. It is intercepted.
Picked off.
All right.
Intercepted.
Thad Huya.
Thad Huya. It was right to Thad also. That was kind of a mix-up on the route or something. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah. No, he just led the receiver too much.
yeah. And Thad was just standing there, right?
Yeah, and I think that was number 3. That was Emmanuel Robinson with a slant pattern.
Well, you know, I mean, having turnovers in your favor is a great thing if you can convert them, right, Steve?
Absolutely.
You
Was
got
that really Huya?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
it
so.
was Huya.
Yeah, he went down on 2 knees just to pick that one up.
I love that name.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus Huya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to know the derivation of that.
I don't know. I know the Huya family, but you don't want me to guess. There's a snap.
Yeah, low
Oh,
snap
and it's
again.
a run up the middle, but he doesn't fake anybody
He's going
out.
to lose about a yard.
I don't think. Yeah, Max didn't get.
It was a low snap.
Yeah, it
so
was.
Kind
It
of.
was.
Yeah, you know, we've had problems with that going forward, and I think that's something we haven't ironed out. The Brooklyn game, or Independence
I
Yeah.
agree.
game, we had a lot of low snaps, and Max had to fight for
I
just
saw
getting
that.
the ball to pick it up and go.
Yeah.
It was tough, you know, and I think Ryan, at center, Ryan Turner, he needs to work a little bit on his chemistry with Max just to get that iron out. It's been noticeable for a while.
Yeah, especially in the second half, I think that was, right?
Yeah. That
Max
was all
is-
game, really. There was several.
Max is
4:35
back
to
in the
go in the
shotgun. Wyatt off to his right. Wyatt goes up to block. Max is looking to throw the ball.
He's got time. but
Can't
he's-
find anybody. He lets one
No.
go. Looks like it's sailing out of bounds.
Got
It is caught. Caught at the 39-yard line. First down, Conneaut Spartans.
Bryce Berlin on the reception.
And no flags on the field. Thank
Yeah.
goodness for that.
Well, fortunately, Bryce was looking for it and came back on a curl route to pick that one up. And
did.
it was good link up between Max and Bryce. That was a pickup of, what, 20?
23, I think it was.
Yeah.
Very nice play. I like that. 4:08 left here in the first quarter. Hawken ahead 7-0 if you just tuned in.
You know, and that could be a shot in the arm, Steve, you know, to the team. I mean, they've been
absolutely.
being manheld here a little bit.
Give him confidence
Max is
here.
back, hands it off to Wyatt. Wyatt is running, looking for some running. He picks up maybe about 3 or 4. He's almost to the 35.
Hard-earned yards. Wyatt Payne, my man.
See if they mark it there. They're marking it just shy of the 35, say the 36-yard line. Second down and 6. 6, 7?
Yeah. 7.
No, we'll say 7.
It's a, yeah.
You know, the way I get with Steve's a short 7 or a long 6.
Yeah,
I was
there
gonna
you go.
Whatever you want to call it, right? Yeah.
Knock it off, man.
Short 7 or a long 6. And we're having some confusion here on who's
Well,
getting set up.
Referees are taking their time, make sure they got things straightened out here a little bit. Thad's in motion, runs over the side, make sure we got everybody, enough people on the line here. We had that problem before too as well. Max is back, hands off to, that's Wyatt.
It's
It's a very slow run for Wyatt, but actually he gets probably what?
a couple.
Yeah, 2-3 yards on that without
Yeah.
any speed whatsoever.
A
Just-
nice 2, I'd say. Yeah.
He just kind of lowered his head and pushed his way up there inside the 35, and that's third down now. They're going to have to convert here.
Well, it's a great matchup between these two lines. Of course, Conneaut, one of the best offensive lines around,
Yeah.
and Hawken has a great defensive line.
They are a big line. Might be the biggest line we faced so far.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And they had a slant.
That was
pass intended for Sperlin.
Yeah.
Out of his reach.
And the battle.
Jaden handled it. You see what he did on the line?
On number 50. That's Will Greenberg, right? Yeah.
He jumped to the side, just kind of fell down on top of him and drove Greenberg to the ground.
The big nose tackle. Yeah, he just kind of broke it off. But the slant pass to Bryce was a little too let him too much. And it's 4th and 5. They're going to go for it, maybe. Or they're just trying to throw him off. Yeah, they're going.
Max is back. He throws it across the middle. Completed to Thad Ouya.
Wow.
Ouya.
Thad came back.
Nice
it looked like Thad was going to break it to the end zone, but that was number 9, I think it is. Or is that number 6? That's number 6, Charlie Mallet.
Maybe.
Well, and we got or Brady Wise. Either one. They're both freshmen, whoever it was.
Great play.
We got a Hawken Hawk down too. So it'll be an injury timeout. That's number 11. Kind of fell down. Conneaut Obi who fell down. But yeah, so the slant pass on the replay there went to Thad Ouya, but it was thrown quite a bit behind him, and he spun all the way around to catch it. The other direction.
He did a great job of recovering his body.
Did. It was a simple pattern.
Yeah.
But Max had to get that ball away fast, and it was a little off. But Ouya did a great job of receiving.
I didn't think anybody was open.
Wow.
Until all of a sudden,
10.
All of a sudden, Ouya stops, backpedals a little bit, goes up in the air.
Well, this is very important for the Spartans to get some points on the board, because this will give them a lot of confidence that they can play with this team.
Yeah.
2:21 left here in the first period.
Kenny Obi, you said, Ben?
Conneaut Obi.
He's a linebacker here, starting linebacker for the Hawks.
Yeah, he left. He's on the sideline walking it off with a slight limp, so it's a little leg issue of some kind.
So you said this is a private school. It's kind of it's not a religious school.
No,
right?
It's not a parochial school.
Not parochial.
It's private. Shut up.
Max is back. Wyatt gets it. Run up the middle. He finds a little bit of room. Not quite enough for the first down, but he's.
Boy, they closed it down fast, don't they, Matt?
Yeah, they did.
This Hawken team. Wow.
It seems like Wyatt can't seem to get his full speed going, though, and that's a problem right now. If he can find that burst and get through there, it might be a little bit different outcome.
Well, he got a tough 5 yards, so it's 2nd and 5 now on the 15-yard line of Hawken.
I know. The yards these guys are getting are kind of like the Earl Campbell yards, right up the middle, and these guys aren't that big. So Wyatt's back. Max is back. Hands off to Wyatt again. It's a sweep on the near side of the field. Gets him running. He's through the gap.
Yes.
Oh,
just short.
I think he's down at the 1.
They're marking it, or they're signaling a touchdown on the Spartan side.
Are they?
I think he's down. That's where that line judge is marking at the 1.
Yeah, it's at the 1, and a great play by Wyatt Payne. That's what we needed here.
Yep. Your buddy Wayne Pyatt busting through almost all the way.
I called him that last
We got to let that one fade off there. Sorry, we're going to let that one die. And another run.
There he is.
And he's in.
Untouched.
Hey, how about that? What you call that? That's production. They produced, they executed, and they produced.
Excellent. Excellent calls, excellent production, excellent execution.
Excellent efficiency.
I love this series.
And they're not doing this by razzle-dazzle either.
No.
This is just basics, the same kind of play that they did against Chagrin Falls against the Tigers. They're just sticking to that plan.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Yeah, so
and that was blocking too, I think, if you look back at that, right? Well, of course, we'll be able to look at the film this time.
Jaden's block against that nose tackle was crucial, because I know he's fighting for every single run play.
You're saying against that number 50?
Number 50, Will Greenberg.
Will Greenberg.
He's a huge nose tackle.
He's only a junior too. Kick is up, and it is good. Over the fence, out on the, I think it's over in the parking lot.
We are tied at 7 here with 1:15 left.
They're gonna have to,
And in the first quarter here, Jocelyn Field of Riccardi Stadium. What a game so far.
Somebody has to go over to El Cap to get that football after that extra point kick.
Oh, there goes Billy.
I wonder if we can tell them.
He's got the ball. Oh, he's running away with it. Billy's running away with the ball. Just kidding, folks.
I'd like to know what these guys are doing.
Now that's got to give them confidence.
They could be going to get a pizza, Steve, and they're doing this instead, you know.
Yeah. So with got 1:15 left to go in the first, and it's 7-7. Conneaut and Hawken tying it up.
I am very pleased with that.
I tell you, when I talked to Rock in the coaches show, and he was not at all shaken by being in the underdog position.
Really?
He likes it. Even if you're coming in 3-1, they're 3-1. We're 3-1. How they're a 24-point,
who did Hawken
leader?
lose
I don't
to?
know.
Do you remember?
Gilmore Academy.
Oh, Gilmore, they're tough too. They're in the top 10.
Yes, they are, and they're AAA too as well, or
and a
Division
private
3.
School? And
yeah,
a private school.
Right.
Catholic
private,
school.
yep, Catholic.
They're both Division 3 schools, you know. Mm-hmm. These guys are. First Division 5 with us.
Wow.
You know, so.
Okay, Bryce, let her fly.
They look like it too, based on their size out there.
That's for sure.
Bryce Berlin, trying to bury them deep as we can. Here's the kick. It over the head. Oh, bounce off his hands.
Good.
He's trying to pick it up. He's up the 20-yard line, out to 25, and he's wrestled down at the 27-yard line.
Yep. Good kick by Bryce. A line drive kick. Keep it out of their hands. That's what you need against a speedy guy like Jack Johnson, or Jordan Johnson, sorry, rather. Jack Johnson, the guitarist,
He was a boxer, too.
Yeah, the boxer.
Oh, the boxer and the musician.
For those of us could remember that,
in the old days when he used to fight like 155 rounds or something.
Yeah. To go the full 16 rounds, right? Yeah.
You know, this is the first time I think that they started deep in their own territory, or relatively deep.
Yeah. Yeah, as deep as we could get them. There's still a lot of room left there where they could squeeze them down near the end zone even more. But is it Donovan Moorhead back in the shotgun? He's got Johnson behind him. He's going to throw it. Oh, and he misses it. It was right through the hands of number 16.
Lucas Brandt.
And it looked like
he was open too.
Brady Agnew was almost there for the interception.
Yeah, Bradley was playing very good tight coverage against them, and almost made a play on the ball, but it was just thrown out of everyone's hands.
2 wideouts on the near side, 2 on the other side, and there's a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start against the Hawks, I think.
Or delay of game.
Well, no, he signaled legal procedure.
False start.
Okay.
You know, and the ball wasn't snapped yet, but we were getting at it against Western Reserve where it was a legal procedure after the snap, though.
After the snap.
And Rock and I talked about that. It had something to do, we thought, with the alignment. Too many guys in a slot, and you got to have 7 of them on the line.
On the line, right? Yeah.
But their back is only a 5-yarder, second down and 15. There's Johnson up the middle again.
Oh, get him.
Big, strong running back, bouncing the Spartans and finds his way almost to the 40.
Yeah, not good. He got a first down on that one run, just even with the penalty. Didn't stop him, Jordan Johnson. Boy, and he dodged a few tackles on his way to that run.
One of the best running backs I've seen in a long time, Jordan Johnson.
There's a running play up the middle. That's number 16. That's Brandt.
That was a good 8-yard pickup.
Trying to mix it up with him. It's like last week we saw at Chagrin Falls, Gellin.
Yeah.
Jack Gellin. Heck of a running back. He never got down into scoring territory at all, though. Never got in the red zone.
Needed more help on the line, maybe?
But other than that, he ran great, like in the rest of the field. He probably had, I don't know what he had yardage-wise, but it was good. There's a handoff again. That's Brandt. No, that's a different running back, number 30.
Oh. He might have fallen forward to get the first down. It's close.
I think you're right, Ben.
He was hit originally by Jaden Anderson. Jaden a little bit mad at himself for not bringing him down. But he did slow him down, that's for sure.
Luke Mangini, I thought you said he was a freshman.
Yeah.
No, Zach is the freshman.
Okay.
Right.
Luke is a senior.
Yeah.
Good, tough running there, wasn't it?
Yep.
That'll do it.
That'll end the first quarter. 7-7. But the Hawks are driving. Stick around right after this brief message on WOW Sports.
Yeah, I want to remind you that CSB, stop and ask about online and mobile banking. And online banking makes banking fast and easy. So come grow with us at Conneaut Savings Bank, CSB, member FDIC.
Conneaut Savings Bank's convenient.
Oh, we got a game here, Matt.
Banking services.
Oh, you got a commercial going?
Tablet or smartphone at ConneautSavings.com gives you access to transfers, bill pay, online statements, and information on many banking services. Stop in and talk with CSB about complete online and mobile banking at ConneautSavings.com. CSB, Conneaut Savings Bank, in Conneaut and Austinburg. Come grow with us. Member FDIC.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Goodness. Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Switch to State Farm and you could save. In Conneaut, call me, Chris Brecht, at 593-1191 or visit me at BrechtInsurance.com.
We almost made it back, and then Chris came on to talk instead, and that's fine.
First play was a 2-yard run by
He's always
Jordan
allowed to
Johnson.
interrupt us, right, even if it is his commercial. There's a running play up the middle. Not many this time. Finally getting a little stingy out there, and that was Jaden Anderson. Celebrating in the backfield. No, we don't need that, do we? Oh, sorry.
There's a heck of a crowd here. Wow. And that's just the press box.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of erupted down there. I think somebody threw popcorn over on somebody else, and they kind of erupted right in front of us here in the grandstands.
3rd and 7 would be a great time to hold him now.
Donovan Moorhead back in the shotgun. Johnson behind him. He's going to throw the ball near side of the field. He's got a receiver open, and Max is on him, but not until he catches it for the reception.
Charlie Mallett.
And that's at the 36, 30.
He's a freshman.
37-yard line as we're going to mark that.
That hurt.
Yeah, you're going to have to play a little bit better. I mean, that was telegraphed, too. Defenders should be able to react to that.
Well, he was wide open, Matt. You got to play these guys tighter.
That's what I mean.
They're too good to let them that wide open. So it's 1st and 10 now, and they're kind of at 42.
Yep, see there's Dillon's up there on the line. And there's a snap. There's a pitch out to Johnson ahead of him there. He gets a couple. He doesn't get a first down, but he's out to about the 37-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark that one.
Ty Colville on the stop. Very nice play by Ty. One of the leaders of the defense in tackles.
That's what I was saying earlier. Ty's almost got it. Like he's got to have a special assignment tonight. Like you don't be anywhere that Jordan Johnson is, right? Stay right on him because this guy is tough. Actually, they got a good running game even without him. Brandt looks good out there, right? Mangini looked pretty solid.
True.
Donovan McNabb back in the shotgun. Johnson behind him. Gets the ball, hands off to Johnson up the middle, going off the right tackle. Fights his way through it. He's finally grabbed and wrestled down, but not until, and that's 22 who grabs him and wrestles him down. That's Brady Agnew.
Bradley Agnew.
Bradley? Yeah, I'm sorry. What did I say, Brady?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, it's Jordan Johnson just moving the ball really well right now, and that's a problem for Conneaut.
Yeah.
Matt announcing without any glasses on. Oh, excuse me, he does have glasses on.
Well, I'm just glancing at it here.
I couldn't resist that.
Hey, talk about anybody picking on somebody else on how to pronounce names.
Yeah, this guy.
Payne
Potts
Wyatt?
calling the kettle black in the
There's
University
the
Hospital press box.
Johnson again, and he's tackled, but not until he gets through and picks up. This looks like 7 yards on that play.
Yeah, he just ducked down
maybe
and
8 yards.
He just bulldozed forward to get that 7. You know.
Yeah, and
it was all sheer speed and strength.
It's a tough team, we know that, but that's where your linebackers are going to have to rise to the occasion or something.
Yeah, and you're just going to have to contain them as best you can. They haven't pulled off too much through the air, so you're hoping that you've knocked that out of the game.
Johnson again up the middle, dancing around looking for a hole. He stopped before he really gains any yardage on that and fought down to the ground right there.
You know, Hawken's offensive line is so good at blocking on the run that Johnson can hesitate and pick his spots. Very impressed with this line.
Yeah. They're gonna call that a first down, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, he only needed about 2. So here's a
Across
pass.
the middle in the end
wide
zone.
Open.
He's wide open, you're right.
Yeah, it was Mallet again. And a touchdown for Hawken.
Charlie Mallet again. He's wide open, man. I just don't understand that.
I know it.
This close to the end zone? Boy, they got to adjust to that. That's scary.
The problem is they're just moving the ball downfield very well.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like they're being stopped much at all.
And look at their crowd over there. You know, I mean, they're not even making a motion. They score a touchdown. They're just standing there. They're actually probably freezing over there. Kick is up. It's good. Takes them to 14. They put a sign up. I don't know if the last time we ever saw somebody put a sign up for their team. The Hawken sign with their helmet logo on it. You ever see anybody else put a sign up over there?
Oh, no.
Over in the bleachers, straight across.
Oh, I thought you meant the scoreboard.
No, on the bleachers.
Oh,
see that? See, Steve don't have his glasses on. You can't see the sign.
Their sign that they have pinned up on the railing.
On the rail, yeah.
Yeah. That is nice.
Well, I've never seen anybody else put one up.
They take it wherever they go, you know.
I could be
wrong.
Well,
it's that private school money that can afford these signs.
Well, the rescue funds from Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
Right. I want to remind you, University Hospital County Medical Center. Great to be back up here in the broadcast booth. We love it when we're home again after living out of suitcases and flying all over the country. You know, travel. It's a tough life, folks. But remember them for advancing the science of health and the art of compassion. Now for over 100 years. Terrific. And thanks to Denise DiDonato for stopping in, talking with us on the air at the beginning of the game before the kickoff. Always good to hear from her and hear what's going on. Had a busy summer.
Yep.
Julian Javers getting ready to kick again. 7:43 left in the second quarter.
I mean, everybody looks big on this team, don't they?
Oh, everybody. Special teams, offense, defense.
Even the little guys are big.
Yeah. Yeah, their cornerbacks are big guys.
Oh,
man.
Not a good kick at all.
Oh, take advantage of it. Pick it up.
But picked up. That's Max who's got it, right?
Oh, nice play,
Max.
Max.
He's got some running. Oh, it's Wyatt.
Keep on going.
Wyatt running out to the sideline, gets across the 50. Nice return.
Yeah.
Wyatt Payne, baby.
Wyatt Payne picked it up and kind of got lost again, you know, in the fold there, and he just took right off through the seam.
Yeah, and that showed the speed of their defense too. It wasn't one of their small guys, not somebody you think was speedy, ran him down.
It was Luke Mangini,
they're
running. He is their backup running back behind Johnson, but he's not. He's kind of their power back, but he has quite good acceleration too.
Yeah, he showed it there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Luke Mangini.
Well, they're inside Hawkins' territory. The 48.
Max is back, throws over across the field to
Wide
Bryce
open.
Sperlin. Bryce is
Sperlin
if he
down to
didn't
the
get
30.
tripped up, he was going to try to break for the sideline, and maybe one straight arm might have gotten him into the end zone.
Oh yeah, Bryce is a strong guy. He was up against number 14 for the Hawken Hawks. That's Julian Javoris, and he might have been strong enough to push him off and made it down the sideline for a touchdown. You never know.
Yep. He would just had to switch the ball over to his left arm. Was all he would have had to have done, but nice reception though. Nice to see the Spartans passing the ball effectively.
Yes.
That's Wyatt with a running play off the right tackle. He's got some room over there, round the corner, and
nice
he's back
move.
on the inside. Wyatt Payne is running amok on Joslyn Field.
Amok.
Yeah, I was amok, Jerry, amok. I was just worried about any flags. There was a collision there between our guy and the Hawken guy, but I think it was a clean block.
Right, and that was a typical Wyatt Payne run.
Yes, it was. Then he cut back in.
Cutbacks, moves, quickness, speed. Way to go, Wyatt.
On that sweep, he finally ran out of room down. There was a defender ahead of him, so he cuts back and almost cleared it to get into the end zone.
First and goal.
There's Max. He's on a running play. He's breaking the near side of the field.
He's going to get it.
He is in untouched into the end zone.
Beautiful.
Touchdown, Conneaut Spartans.
No flags.
Well, folks, it's another Conneaut Spartans touchdown. And you know what? We knew that our offense had to be at the top of their game today, right, guys?
That's
because
right.
To compete against Hawken, because Edgewood put up 32 and lost last week, and we're going to have to hang in there and be a shootout tonight to hang in there with Hawken.
I tell you, the difference in the game, too, was that Edgewood shot themselves in the foot several times in the first quarter.
This is so impressive that they came right back to Spartans.
Oh, how
to
about
hopefully
that? Was
tie it up here.
Heck of a drive. Heck of a drive.
Sperlin with a kick. It's good.
And I'm so glad that we were able to rebound after, we had a little breakup last week. I hate to tell the story again because Ben thinks that I'm throwing him under the bus every time I tell the story. But I'll bypass that, and I'll just say it was, tried to work it out with YSN. We had a bout with somebody up farther over towards the county who had a little bout with COVID, tested positive. So, we weren't able to do the video on the game. Instead, I went up and did the audio. I did a regular radio broadcast.
Right.
Some people didn't know we did radio broadcasts. But I'm glad we're able to recover and get the video back on again.
It's great. It's great
Yeah.
for the people that can't make it to the game.
Oh,
well, we're seeing a good one here, Matt. Tied up at 14 with 6:29 left in the second. And Conneaut is hanging in with this tough Hawken team.
Heck of a drive.
Or you could say Hawken is hanging in with a tough Spartan
one or
team.
the other. You're right, though. I'm sure they're thinking that, these guys aren't a slouch. These guys are not a slouch.
Oh, I am so impressed. Not a lot of mistakes by either team, Matt.
It's going to depend on, as we move through the game, which teams kind of gets tired and the other one can take advantage of them. I'm betting that, I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Well, I better not.
I'm not saying a word.
Yeah, you already started something.
I didn't finish it, though.
Yeah,
I like Matt. He says this, and then he said, he said it three quarters of what he was trying to say.
I need to stop what I'm saying right now.
You're like the Tootsie Pop commercial. The world may never know.
A swiveler kick, bounces off the 40, and then out of bounds.
That's not the best.
No flag?
Yeah, there is a flag.
I didn't see
automatic flag.
Well, automatic flag for going out.
Right.
That wasn't good.
That's not good.
Although I would say if I were Rocco, I'd say it touched one of their players, and you got to say it was a clean kick.
He was trying to avoid kicking it to Johnson, obviously.
I guess so. Yeah. Was that an onside attempt?
I don't think it was onside. I think he wanted to kick it a little long, but away from Johnson.
Just kind of an odd type of kick, though. But because I think the one thing we have is if they're going to score on us or drive, then we need to have them drive the whole length of the field. That's going to tire out that offense.
I would say so, yes.
And we need to try to do that.
Yeah. Referees are having a discussion with Coach Rocco. Rocco's saying
time ran out, maybe?
With the umpire again, too. Every time he gets out there, he's going at it with the umpire.
I don't know. I mean, Rocco might be saying what I'm saying is that it touched one of their players, and why is it a illegal procedure? I'm not sure if that was the only reason.
Okay.
Huh.
Wait a minute, and now they're going in there to discuss something. They're going to bring it over here to this side of the field. What are they going to say? Should be at this hash mark?
Yeah, I guess so, because it went out on this side.
It did go out on this side.
That's what his point was. Okay.
Well,
I don't know if that makes a difference, but maybe
it does. What Rocco wants to do is keep it because they're running the ball on the right side of their play, on their line.
Donovan Moore with a snap off to Johnson, looking to run on the far side of the field.
Boy.
Got a defender there, and he wrestles him down. That's number 10, Thad Huya, who pushed him out of bounds. Thad with a nice open field defensive play there against a tough runner.
Thaddeus Huya having a heck of a game here.
Yeah, he is, and he had a good game against Independence too. We commented on that for the interception and the catch on offense, and we played that one really good on defense, but they still picked up about 7 yards. Unfortunately,
that was still a big gain too. A second down, and we'll say 3. That's a different quarterback in there too.
Wide open again.
Oh my goodness! There's Spartan defenders around him, but nobody on him. And that was
Tommy Wright again.
I didn't think that was Donovan Moorhead who threw that one, was it?
No, yeah. Tommy Wright caught it.
Yeah, Donovan Moorhead. He's a very good quarterback.
He is.
Very poised back.
I'm not sure we really gave him as much credit as we should have.
Well, I noticed that about him, that he's not very mobile, but he's big, tall guy. He's over the line, and he likes to throw the ball. And I think we know why now. So, I mean, number one thing was to stop Jordan Johnson, and there he is up the middle again. And he breaks it to the outside after he's in a lot of traffic. He's a very crafty, shifty runner.
Yeah. They just got a very well-rounded team overall. I mean, you really they got great wideouts and they got a great line, so they've got a complete package.
He likes to run to the left.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, anyway, it looked like it was shut down up the middle. I mean, they had that kind of clogged up, and then he ran straight out the line, you know, on the 40-yard line and headed towards the end, the far sideline.
That's a Conneaut Spartans timeout.
Yep.
And with 4:52 left to go.
Yeah, what do you say we
tie score?
We'll make this about your Conneaut Save-A-Lot, Ben. And coming up on halftime, we'll look at a recap on that, right? Conneaut Save-A-Lot is not lower quality, just the lowest prices. But, you know, on sale now through tomorrow, I think it is, pork butt roast, Steve, $1.49 a pound.
Sounds good to me.
Pork butt roast for $1.49 a pound. That's crazy. Then starting tomorrow is fresh cut chuck roast, $5.99 a pound for beef. That's a good price. Chuck roast for $5.99 a pound.
I went to school with a chuck roast.
I bet you did. And he was more expensive than $5.99 too, I bet.
He was a meat cutter.
Oh, well, that came in handy. Yeah, that'd be a good job, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
My name's Chuck. Chuck roast.
Well, we're first and 10
at
the Spartan 28 here with 4:52 left in it. The Spartans got to be nice if they could stop this or hold them to, at the very least, a field goal.
Oh, yeah, they need to really. Thing is that they're being effective throwing the ball, so there's a running play to Johnson. He's caught
nice
behind.
Nice stop, very nice.
And that was Jade who caught him by the jersey. I think he tore his jersey. We'll see what it looks like, but he grabbed him from behind and just stretched it way out there.
Noah Sigley in on the stop, 52. Good for Noah. Big fella, 6'3", 205.
Moorhead, that's Johnson with another running play. It was an emotion handoff to in front of Moorhead, Donovan Moorhead.
Yeah. That's a first down for Hawken already.
Yes, it is. They're getting close to first and goal down there.
Yeah.
Knocking on the 10-yard line. Right now they're at the 15, I think it is, right?
Yeah, and they're running just with authority and a very good pace to their plays. So they have a lot of athleticism, and they're wearing out Conneaut's defense very quickly.
I agree.
Well, you got to stop at least one of their features was either the running game with Jordan or the passing game with Moorhead. And there's a running play up the middle again. He gets a bunch of yards.
Still up on his feet.
Finally brought down at the 1.
I thought he was down, and then he was still up somehow. He just takes a lot of these tackles.
You know what we're not seeing, though, is the type of runs that our guys have been putting out there. Long, speedy runs down the field. It's more of Jordan Johnson just kind of fighting it out.
Yeah, and he's elusive. You know, he's just very elusive, and he does dodge a lot of tackles. He breaks a lot of them.
And it looks like these guys over there are, I don't know. I mean, they're just trying not to get all worked up or anything.
Yeah, they
running play into the end zone.
Yep.
It's a touchdown. Now there's a little bit of motion over there now. They got making some noise and they're clapping.
That was Paxton Lashinger.
There's a name for you.
Running back, senior. They got a lot of senior running backs. This must be one of their big years, I assume. They got a lot of seniors on this team.
Right.
Oh, and that touchdown is being brought to you by who? Your Conneaut Dairy Queen?
Yeah. The Blizzard of the Month, obviously, is a
Snickerdoodle cookie
Snickerdoodle cookie. Yeah.
Or pumpkin pie blizzard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, also want to remind you, too, that if you got, the kick is what?
Kick is good.
Kick is up and good. I want to remind you, too, that if you got an event coming up, whether it's a birthday party or celebrating National Steve Week, that's coming up pretty soon here, you want to get an ice cream cake.
There you
help
go.
celebrate that, right?
I like their cakes, ice cream cakes.
It makes a nice lunch.
Occasionally.
Nice lunch. You just sit down with a spoon.
National Steve Week. Like the summer of George.
Yeah.
The summer of Steve.
But all you do is stop up, go on their website. You can download the app, and that would give you the ability of picking up a ice cream cake curbside. There may be other things you can do with it too. I don't know, but I know you can do that with it. See Keith and the great staff up there to your Conneaut DQ.
Well, we're 21-14 now. Hawken ahead by 7 with 3:30 left in the second quarter here at Jocelyn Field at Riccardi Stadium here in Conneaut.
Yep, hard-fought game. Hard-fought game so far. I'll see that our boys got to stay in this game. So far they have been. They really haven't had an answer for our offense, and hopefully they're not going to find it.
Julian Javoris or Javoris, the kicker for Hawken, and he's got a strong leg.
Sounds like he's Scandinavian.
Oh, wow.
He's
caught
got to
at the 1 yard line. He takes off running up the near side here. Gets around the side of the line. Tries to cut back in, but nothing there. Not a bad return. Almost to the 30.
Very nice return. Yeah. Very solid.
I mean, considering he got it at the 1 yard line, right at the goal line there.
About a 29-yard run.
Yep. And you can just tell with Hawken, they're not really they don't get emotional. They're not like the team either.
Yeah, the fans or the team.
They came here just to take care of business. They're locked in with their goals in mind here to just dominate, and they just want to execute and go home.
Good observation. Yeah, that's what I see too.
Yep.
Very professional, I'll say. They seem like they're good sportsmen.
Wyatt's back, gives it to Wyatt, gets a running play off the left tackle, and he picks up a couple. Across the 35. That's a good run. It's a fine run. Bring his second down and third. Nice run. Give me some of that for Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt, good run of 6. And bringing up second and 4 on the 36.
You know, and that's behind that blocking that we're putting out there too. So, I mean, this is what we were talking about, the battle of the line of scrimmage. And offensively with our strategy, the guys are holding it all together.
Yeah.
Max taking off right there. He's got some running room through a hole, gets through there. Finally brought down almost to the 50, we'll say the 47.
Nice run, first down.
Yep.
For Max Gleason. Luke Mangini on the stop.
But every time they make forward progress, I mean, it seems like we're taking them out at bigger chunks now per play.
Yeah.
You know, where it used to be just a couple.
Yeah, we're definitely opening up now. So offensively, it's just we're being pretty dominant. I think right now the key is to not get back into that rhythm of penalties like we were in the last few games.
Oh, no, that's Wyatt. Or no, I'm sorry, it's Max looking for some running room. Gets caught from behind.
Look at that.
Look at him fighting his way.
That little guy.
And Bryce, too. Bryce pulled him along. Did you see that?
Yes, I did see that.
He dragged that Lassinger about 5 yards.
That's Lassinger?
Yes.
It doesn't show how big he is, but that's a pretty big kid. I don't know how many pounds we put on him, but none of that stuff's listed. Usually we would have some of that info, but because these guys are big, so it'd be nice to know who Max had to drag along for 5 to 7 extra yards.
Love that kid. Pound for pound, he is one tough cookie.
Max in a shotgun, and he takes off a running play. Nice fake move there. And he breaks it through, and he's all the way down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice first down by Max Gleason.
Another first down.
Hey, that was brought to you by University Hospital.
University Hospital, Conneaut Medical Center. We're up in the broadcast booth having a great time. And thanks to Denise for stopping up. Remember, they're advancing the
science of health and the art of compassion for over 100 years.
Now they're starting their second century here in Conneaut.
Second century.
Yeah. That's that legacy that we've had before. Oh, and there's a running play off. Oh, he runs into it looked like he was going to break that through the middle there, but then he runs into number 30.
Luke Mangini again.
Oh, it's Mangini, yeah.
But the problem is here, the clock's now against us right now. We got 1:15 left to go in this half, and we got to hurry up and get in the end zone. We got 35 yards to go.
Got to start taking some timeouts if they have any.
Well, I think they only got
one.
Going
to throw it. He's looking to throw on the near side of the field.
Oh, he had Sperlin wide open.
What a motion they had to do there to throw that ball.
Yeah.
Sperlin was wide open.
Yep.
At the 25, but you didn't see him.
Not good either because that's third down. So.
Yep, third down and 8. Well, I don't know if we're ready to go for a field goal or not here for fourth down, in case we can. But we'll try to get it down there farther. Maybe one good thing we can have, Bryce could score another record tonight.
For sure. You might give him a try, but you want to get this first down.
There's no wideouts in this lineup here, and that's Wyatt gets it. Look for
Wyatt.
some running room up across the line.
Got
That's
a first down. He's
yes,
got a
it
first
is.
down, and he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
It looks like they're calling it out of bounds
The
at
20. About the 20, maybe?
It looked like it to me, Steve. They're marking it at the 20. Look at there, clear up the 24-yard line.
Plenty of time here.
We can't see over there. It could have been, maybe he did step out. It looked like he stepped down much closer to the 20, but we'll.
First and 10 at the 24.
Yeah, we'll call it still first down.
55 seconds left here in the second quarter.
It's enough time, though.
Hawken up 21-14 over our Spartans.
Spartans are on the move.
They sure are.
You gotta give this touchdown some purpose, though. You really got to get this one in to make the game relevant in the second half.
Yes.
Max has the ball, gets a running play up the middle. He runs into a couple of Hawks and just push him back.
Mangini again.
But they'll probably have to mark that almost to the 15-yard line, or the 10-yard. No, what am I saying? 20-yard line.
Yeah.
He got close to it. They're going to say that.
Timeout.
Yeah, timeout.
I don't know where they're marking the ball. I can't see it.
I think it was actually Hawken called a timeout.
Oh, they're marking it.
Oh, was it Conneaut? Okay.
I thought he was getting a little farther downfield than that.
Makes sense.
Billy says Conneaut called a timeout.
Well, that makes sense because of the time. There was a late play, too, there. Like after the whistle, there was a down, in the backfield. Something, at about the 15-yard line. But
absolutely beautiful night here, though, tonight. The sun is set, but it's lighting up the sky. We have a blue sky above us, and the sun, the sunset light is lighting up the horizon behind the trees.
Perfect football night.
Yes, it is. The guys love it, too. Nobody wants to sweat in those pads.
63 degrees at game time.
Yes.
Billy says it's supposed to thunderstorm at 10 o'clock tonight, so.
Billy doesn't know what he's talking about.
So it might. You never know.
What is Billy, a
big storm's coming.
Now?
Big storm's coming, right, Billy?
Yeah, what, a winter storm? Second and 8 here. He's got him open!
Oh!
Wow.
Overthrown.
I mean, good pass, but a little too much air underneath it.
Yes.
Is that intended for Sperlin?
Yeah, that was Sperlin. I appreciate going back to Bryce again after we connected with him, but, Ethan's really the guy that he's connected with on deep passes. If you're going to go to somebody, I'd go with him.
He has done a nice job going to Ethan, too.
Oh. Bryce Sperlin. He was open. It was just
it's a tough third and 8 here.
Overthrown.
Yeah.
Third and 8 now.
They're going to try another one.
He's
going to running play. He's breaking off. Oh, there's some Hawks over there, but he jumps across it. I don't know if he cleared him or not.
Oh, he didn't call him out of bounds. The clock's still running.
Oh, boy.
30 seconds left and running.
We'll call a timeout or something.
Well, they don't have any. They're out,
Well,
and it's fourth down.
You need to get up there and down the ball. They can't down it either. What's the flags all about? Well, that stops the clock. At least that worked. Uh-oh.
What's the flag for?
False start. False start.
False start.
When?
On when the snap.
Yeah, but that's a late flag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's later than late. What do you call that?
False start against Conneaut. A late
they weren't set. They weren't set. So that's why they called it that. They were standing, not down in the 3-point.
It's a repeat of third down then, right?
I don't know. It's fourth down.
Yeah, but we should have replay of third down if that was that play before. Max throws it across the middle.
Caught.
Oh, they got to get up. They got to get up.
Get it up and spike the ball. Yep. Oh, it's to move the markers.
Oh,
you get a timeout, a brief timeout for that. But you got
11 seconds left.
You're ready to spike the ball.
And he did.
Do it.
No flag.
Wow.
9.7 seconds left now.
Oh, you almost
Conneaut is on the 7-yard line.
We almost have to throw it.
You really wish, though, that you hadn't taken all your timeouts.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's because almost forcing us to have to throw the ball now.
Yeah, you can't run it and then get tackled in bounds. You just can't.
Right. Put that in there.
Oh,
Bryce
this is
has got to go in
exciting.
the end zone.
Well, I mean, they've really given this drive a good effort, but they dawdle a little bit too much moving the ball downfield. That's the only thing. So now they've got one shot probably. Two maybe if you pass, but
right.
You probably pass it this play. You throw a quick slant, and if it falls incomplete, then you run it maybe on the last play.
Right. Yeah, because it's still an incomplete pass.
Or
right.
Max could roll out, which he probably will roll out. And
yeah.
There's not much time.
If he sees an opening, he's got to run it in. Maybe that's.
We might have 2 tries if they just try throwing it.
I appreciate Max for throwing the ball with some confidence tonight. He really hasn't thrown the ball very well all season. And tonight he's letting it loose and zipping it around, and it's been very good for him.
And they've been successful with it.
Here we go.
Or had some success with it.
First and goal, 9.7 seconds left.
Looks like a lot of Hawks out there.
He moved.
Max is back. He gets caught in the backfield, wrestled down to the ground.
That'll do it.
That's it.
Yep. The blitz came for, that's Conneaut Obi, the guy that was out with injury.
I don't think he ever saw him coming.
He didn't. He just came right off the edge.
Hawken sniffed that one out real fast.
Yeah.
Well, let's get ready for some spots here. We'll take a brief timeout here and be back in a minute with a look at the recap. Take a look at recap of what's going on.
Yeah, halftime it's 21-14.
Yeah, we'll probably do a replay of the coaches show too as well, in case you missed that. We played that early in the pregame. We got started early because we wanted to talk with Denise DiDonato, and we were able to do that, but we started a little bit early. So we'll do a replay of that too here as we get back into the end zone. Check some scores too at the halftime around the league and see what's going on. But at halftime, yeah, it's 21-14. And the Spartans almost got it in the end zone there at the end. They just weren't able to manage that. Didn't have enough time, and the play didn't work out either. So unfortunately, it did not happen. So we'll keep trying for that. I want to remind everyone too that Conneaut Savings Bank. Remember to stop in and ask about online and mobile banking. You know, it just makes things easier if you're sitting at home or wherever you may be, and you think, I wonder what my checking balance is, you know. I don't know. I wrote a couple of checks and I can't remember, you know, if all of them cleared or not. So what you do is you go online and you can check through the bank website, and it'll show you with your password how much money you have in this account or that account. And then if you want to pay a bill or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. Either way, it's fast and easy, and it's very convenient. And it helps you to, you know, alleviate worry and problems. And, you know, nobody wants to do that. There's no need to jump in the car and drive down there and check it out. You can just, and they can show you how it works. So it's really a good way to go. So that's Conneaut Savings Bank, and we'll take a brief time out. Be back in a minute with a little look at the recap.
Okay.
Right after these messages.
Conneaut Dairy Queen is a proud Spartan sponsor. Hey, the fall blizzard menu is back. Also featuring this month is the Snickerdoodle cookie dough and the pumpkin pie blizzard. They're so good. Stop and enjoy a $7 meal deal or try one of their amazing signature Stackhouse burgers. Click on Conneaut Dairy Queen's website to download an order app, which includes curbside pickup of any ice cream cake. Conneaut Dairy Queen, for cool treats and great eats. We'll see you at the Conneaut DQ. Your Conneaut Save-A-Lot grocery store is a proud Spartan sponsor. Your Save-A-Lot means the lowest prices on the name brands you know and love every day. Save-A-Lot food prices are deeply discounted when compared to other conventional grocery stores. Not only does Save-A-Lot offer the lowest prices on groceries, but fresh produce and fresh meat cut daily in their butcher shop. Your Conneaut Save-A-Lot on West Main. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices.
We're here for all pro edge rushers, for pregame tailgaters, for family fan cavers. We're University Hospitals, the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Browns, and your hometown team of experts for sports medicine, heart and vascular, everyday care, and more. And we're here to keep you at your quarterback rushing, here we go cheering, holding your breath in excitement best. We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you. At University Hospitals, the same sports medicine experts who care for your Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Monsters, and Cleveland Ballet are trusted by countless local athletes at every level to develop personalized care plans that will keep them passing, pirouetting, and performing at their peak. We are your hometown healthcare advantage. We're University Hospitals Drzinski Sports Medicine Institute, and we're here for you.
And we're back at Joslyn Field, Riccardi Stadium for the Conneaut Save-A-Lot halftime recap brought to you by Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. And we had a good first half. Unfortunately, that drive was cut short at the very end. We were on the 7-yard line. It just did not work out for Conneaut scoring the ball there. But we had quite a bunch of different scores. One for Wyatt and one for Max, right? I believe.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think the difference at the end there was we just ran out of time. We were out of timeouts. We just didn't have what we needed to try to manage that little bit of time in that drive in order to turn it into any points on the board. Because it almost seemed like we were out of time enough to where we should have just gone ahead and let Bryce try to kick one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was a good try, though. I mean, to be honest, I think Coach played it as best he could with no timeouts. You have 9 seconds to go 7 yards. You're not going to run the ball, so they went for the pass, but they didn't pick up that blocker, Kene Obi, on the right side. Max just completely didn't even see him, and he just sacked him for the loss, and that was the end of it right there. But they gave it a shot. So you got the down on the field, too. You got the Spartan junior cheerleaders.
Oh, this is cute. Look at these kids having a good time out there with the big cheerleaders. They're trying to do a lot of them keep right up with them, too. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're trying. And the crowd loves it.
Oh, they do. They love that stuff. I always love that, too. It's like I remember we talked about that whenever we go see the hockey in Erie or something like that. Whenever they have the Pee-wees out there playing, that is so entertaining. I just love that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah,
so
I think you're absolutely right about that. And, we showed that we were productive moving the ball on the ground. And we were in that last drive, too. We just ran out of time, And whether we should have tried to go for some play there at the end, yeah, I guess so. Or, that's a tough one to call. We had 9 seconds left. And unfortunately, Max didn't see Mangini coming up behind him.
Yeah.
Which was really unfortunate. Those things happen, and I think the guys played great. It's 21-14. It is a lot better football game than I think a lot of people thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I think the guys know that they have what they need to win this game.
Yeah, there was some rumors that the Hawks were favored by 24.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it's not looking like it's going to end up like that. You never know.
I heard that too, yeah. And we researched it and found that it was some guy that does betting, point spreads and so forth. He said that was the points that were laid out by Vegas. Vegas is laying out point spreads on the Conneaut Spartans football games. I'm like, when did that start happening? But nonetheless, it did. I was thinking, back when that was an ancient history. If I say back when I was in high school, I don't think you could, you were allowed to do that.
Yeah.
The cops would show up at your door at 3 o'clock in the morning with a SWAT team,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they would take it very seriously.
I think so.
And the other thing, too, is with the Hawks, things to think about, too. It's a private institution we talked about.
Yep.
And, they got a lot of football royalty on this team. I think they've got this Hawken program has a rare program right now. They've got the son of the Akron University football head coach as the quarterback.
Donovan Moorhead's
father.
And he looks like he's playing that way, too, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Eric Mangini.
Eric, former Brown coach.
Brown coach. He was the Jets' former coach. Now he's an ESPN analyst. His 2 sons are playing on this team.
Assistant coach under Bud Carson, too.
Yeah, right. That's where he got to start.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, he was. He's a legendary coach.
Offensive coordinator, I think he was, or something.
Yeah, he was a gifted offensive coach. And, so this Hawken program really has a lot going for it this year, especially. They got a lot of seniors playing a lot of big roles. So, I I think next year they're going to take a step backwards. That's just my guess right now. But you never know. They might get more people in. They've always got talent coming in, right?
They got a lot of talent on this team. I mean, Jordan Johnson will be back.
Yeah.
And that's one thing right there. I mean, how do you deal with that guy?
Right.
You know, we need to figure out something about Jordan Johnson. Because even when it looks like you got him, he still ends up with 5 yards on a run play.
And Donovan Moorhead, he's a sophomore. He'll be back for 2 years. And he looks like the true pocket passer. He doesn't move very well, like we said. He's not going to take the ball and run with like Max will most of the time. But he sticks in there. He's humongous. He's already a 6-something, already 200 pounds.
And a good thrower.
He throws the ball very well.
Very well.
He's not like a John Elway where he throws it 90 miles an hour. But he throws it with touch and precision like a Peyton Manning.
And it's not so he might be able to throw it that hard too, you know.
You never, yeah.
It doesn't look like he's laboring out there.
No.
You know, he's very, very fluid, you know. He's just a solid player. They got a lot of good players on this team. I mean, they do some things that we wish we could do. But that being said, they still don't know how to deal with some of the things that we do.
Right.
On a regular basis. So the Spartans have been successful tonight, and I think they're going to try to stay with that game plan. And also, like you said, let's try to put it in the air. Let's try to get it to not only Bryce, but who else?
Ethan and Thad.
Osborne.
Ethan and Thad, they got them involved in I missed the Chagrin Falls game, but definitely got both of them involved a little bit in the Brooklyn or Independence game.
Yeah.
And got it to both of them. Thad got a couple nice catches. Ethan, they connected with him for a nice 30-yard pass in that game. So I think you just got to just try with them. You don't have to be desperate because I think they move the ball. The good thing is they're moving the ball really well on the ground, even though they know that's our game plan.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have to disguise it too much who we are and just kind of roll with what we know was working. But the concern is that defensively we're not able to really slow down Hawken at all tonight. Kind of like what I assume the Edgewood game went. It was a 56-32 shootout. Neither team could stop each other from scoring, really.
Right.
But, and that's how you end up with a 100-point game at the end. So.
Yeah. And, Coach laid it out, too, that Edgewood's problem was that they threw an interception. They fumbled it once or twice. Made a lot of big mistakes that Hawken was able to jump on and convert. So, they're probably going to look back. Edgewood's going to look back at this game, and they're going to say, wow, these guys were playing with them. Conneaut was playing with these guys and holding them, holding them down. Being successful defensively. So
I think I know they got tired in the second quarter a little bit defensively.
Yeah.
I think they just got to rest up and feel refreshed and come out in the third quarter and just dominate like they did at the beginning.
And I think
the beginning drive they shut down Hawken.
Yes, they did.
Because I think they had a lot of energy, and I think they got to get that energy back and try to shut them out again in the third. So as best they can.
That's all good points. Tell you what, we're going to break for a little bit. How much time we got left in halftime?
About 9.5. So 9 minutes.
I'll
play a few more spots.
Let's do a few more spots. Let's do that.
And thank you for joining us for the Conneaut Save-A-Lot halftime recap on WOW Media.
Your Conneaut Save-A-Lot grocery store is a proud Spartan sponsor. Your Save-A-Lot means the lowest prices on the name brands you know and love every day. Save-A-Lot food prices are deeply discounted when compared to other conventional grocery stores. Not only does Save-A-Lot offer the lowest prices on groceries, but fresh produce and fresh meat cut daily in their butcher shop. Your Conneaut Save-A-Lot on West Main. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. Conneaut Savings Bank's convenient online and mobile banking services is fast and easy. Using your PC, tablet, or smartphone at ConneautSavings.com gives you access to transfers, bill pay, online statements, and information on many banking services. Stop in and talk with CSB about complete online and mobile banking at ConneautSavings.com. CSB, Conneaut Savings Bank, in Conneaut and Austinburg. Come grow with us. Member FDIC.
Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Switch to State Farm and you could save. In Conneaut, call me, Chris Bracht, at 593-1191 or visit me at brechtinsurance.com.
And we are back at the marching band out on the field. Hopefully you guys are enjoying our Spartan marching band, the sharpest band in the sharpest corner of Ohio.
Yep. And
that's Dave Simpson.
Yeah.
We know Dave pretty well, folks.
Yeah, he's getting fired up now.
He does.
Yeah. You know,
he goes crazy down there.
Forgot to talk a little about this too, about
we love him though.
The stats too with Hawken as a team, even though kind of already touched on it. Jordan Johnson so far this year is averaging 144 yards a game on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's got 6 touchdowns on the year total.
I believe
Luke Mangini's got 5 touchdowns on the year and averaging 40 yards a game. Tackles per game, Paxton Lashinger averaging 8, along with Luke Mangini for the team leaders. And sacks, Jack Bellar with 2.5 as the leader. Interceptions, Ryan Whiting has 2 total on the year. And Donovan Moorhead only has 1 passing touchdown on the year. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, 9. I'm sorry, I lied. That's number 1. He has 9 touchdowns on the year. So, and his main target, who we've seen a lot tonight, Charlie Mallett, has 3 of the 9 that he's thrown. Jordan Johnson has 5 rushing touchdowns on the season. And Luke Mangini has a forced fumble. So they've got quite just an overall complimentary team so far on the year. Moorhead's throwing 65% of his passes for completions.
Right.
So, and 117% quarterback rating. So.
Yeah. Well, let's check some scores around the league too. So how's that sound? Good?
Yeah, that's good.
Of course, right here in Conneaut at Joslin Field and Riccardi Stadium, up in the University Hospital broadcast booth, it is Hawken with a 21-14 lead over the Conneaut Spartans. Spartans were driving at the end of the first half, weren't able to convert, so it could have very easily been 21-21 here, but we weren't able to convert it. Time was running out. Didn't have any timeouts left. Unfortunately, Max was caught from behind, dropped, and the clock just ran out. Edgewood has a 28-0 lead over Chagrin Falls. That's in the first half, so they are back to their old ways of driving up some points on everybody. The San Francisco Giants have a final win over the Cleveland Guardians. That's yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, 6-5.
6-5.
Looks like Cleveland's probably out of the playoffs this year, although I don't think it's official, but 7.5 games back of the Minnesota Twins. They're sitting in second place in AL Central. It's probably over for them, unfortunately. Too many injuries this year for Cleveland.
I think you're right. Slippery Rock and Sharpsville are playing tomorrow at 7. That's why we knew we weren't going to have many games here tonight. Sharon and Grove City are playing tomorrow at 7. I include them, even though we're out of the PIAA and most people said good riddance. I still include some of the teams in Region 5 and Prep because they were for us staying. You know, they voted for us to stay in the PIAA, not to get thrown out. So it's just personal, I guess, with me. Yeah. Harry's playing Geneva tomorrow night at 7. That should be a good game. South Range is in Struthers playing the Wildcats, so we'll look forward to that one, too, as far as what finds out. Also, tomorrow, Cathedral Prep is home against St. Francis. The Red Raiders are in town. McDowell and Erie Royals are going to battle it out tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Also, Menor and Cleveland Heights are playing tomorrow at 7. Hickory and Wilmington, which is an interesting game, tomorrow at 7 o'clock too as well. Also, Pymatuming is playing the Girard Indians tomorrow night at 7. And Shenandoah comes up. The Zeps are in town against the Rootstown Rovers tomorrow night. So a lot of big football games going on. I imagine, I don't know how many games are going on here tonight, but a lot of people are probably tuning in to YSN and watching these games that are available for us here in the CVC.
Yeah.
Tomorrow also Jefferson, who we have next week, tomorrow is playing Lutheran West, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that and see what happens in that game. Chardon is playing Bishop Waterston, and that's tomorrow at 7. Independence, who we just played, the Blue Devils are going up against Harvey tomorrow at 7. And West Geauga and Lakeside also play tomorrow at 7. Trinity and Berkshire also are on tap for the game tomorrow. And that's about it, Ben.
Yeah. And a looking ahead to it, Conneaut's schedule. I'll put it up here for everybody to see on the YouTube, and I'll just kind of describe it for the radio listeners on 1360 at 102.9. So we got, obviously, as we just mentioned, at Jefferson Falcons next week. That returns to a normal Friday night game, 7 o'clock, of course. And then we're back home after that against Geneva Eagles on the 29th at home, and then again at home against Edgewood. That's a revenge game from last year. Week 1, we lost to them on the final play of the game, 15-4. Not the final play of the game, but a 15-14 late game upset. That one was at Kingsville, though, so this will be a revenge game. Hopefully we can pull out the win. As you mentioned, they're dominating tonight.
Oh, big rivalry
against
too.
Chagrin.
They're high flying this year. I mean, they've had a lot of luck in the game, and they just kind of tripped up themselves last week against this Hawken team. I don't know if they could have pulled out a win or not, but they know they made mistakes from that, and they weren't able to recover.
Yep. And the finishing out the season so far on October 13th at Lakeside Dragons on the 13th, and at the Madison Blue Streaks for the final regular season game on the 20th. After that, fate is in store because playoffs will be right around the corner, and hopefully we'll find ourselves right in the thick of it in one of those seeds.
Remember, we're taking 16 teams now, not just 8. The way it used to be virtually impossible, right, to make it into the playoffs. Still varies a little bit. There's still a lot of football to be played. We don't know where it's going to end up or anything, but we'll wait and see.
Yep.
Wait and see. It's just, but it's been a great year so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It really has been a fabulous football year. Rock's doing great, and I know he's happy.
Yeah.
Keep the guys focused here, playing some good football.
Yeah, I think he's got a good team, as good a team as he's had in years, and he's had a lot of very good teams. You know, so he's excited about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and the players want to play for him.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that is noticeable the most, is that the players love playing for Coach Rocco and Coach Tabak and the squad for the Spartans, and it's a passionate program. We always get talent in and out every year.
You know, we can't always have a Jake Slayton and a Tellis Andrews, right?
Right.
In your offensive lineup, but I mean,
if we could have those guys in here, you could change them in and out.
Oh,
you know, if we accumulated all the best players over the course of Conneaut's history, that'd be really nice. But
Steve's being a,
you know, and then one thing to add about Steve too is that I think the Steelers are going to wipe the Browns out on Monday night, right, Steve?
Proud of my Browns.
Yeah,
for 1 week.
Yeah, Monday night. If the Browns win on Monday night,
yeah,
they'll be the first time in 30 years they went 2-0 in a season.
How about it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the call, though, the way the coach made the call during the game? Do you like him?
What, Rocco?
No, the coach of the Browns.
Oh, I think Stefanski, I think he did a good job. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Jim Schwartz deserves a lot of the credit on defense. They really locked out. They had the best defensive performance of the season, maybe, against I'll say a pretty good Bengals offense.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
And they shut them out, basically. So that was very good, and I'm excited to see the defense as long as they can stand there. Lost Jack Conklin for the year, though. That bites a little bit.
Maybe
but
that big guy from Ohio State can do
yeah,
the job.
DeJuan Jones, he's 6'8". He's built like a mountain.
I know.
He's got a test this week. The test is against TJ Watt. You couldn't ask for a first start for a rookie guy against the defensive player, the game winner last year. It's a story that you can't make up, but we're excited about it.
I'm really looking forward to Monday night. I hate the Steelers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to sit down. You don't have my.
Hate's a difficult thing.
You don't have my sound on, I don't think.
Yeah, I did turn it on.
Did you?
It was.
I don't hear myself. Hello.
I hear you. Yeah. Oh, you're off mic a little bit. You have to kind of move it around so that it's.
Hello.
So I'd swing the headset forward or something. A little bit like this. Yeah. Maybe.
Hello. I can't hear myself. You sure you have me on?
Yes, you're on. Go ahead and say something.
Testing.
See, it was moving.
Testing. 1. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hello. Testing. 1. I can't hear myself. Oh, well.
So it's almost kickoff time. A minute left here before the second half kickoff is underway. And I was going to get up here, too, and have Ben sit down.
I like to stand. I'll do. If you want to take a break though, I'll take over for you. As we're just getting set in formation.
Okay. Are we on?
Yeah, we're on, Steve.
Okay.
You and me, man. I'll do play-by-play.
Okay.
So one good thing at least is that Conneaut's going to receive the kick to start the second half. So you hopefully, Steve, right, that you repeat what you just did right to end the first half, but you finally make it all the way down without the clock running out on you.
That's right.
So as we were talking about in the first half, in the Conneaut Save a Lot halftime recap, we moved the ball really well, especially in the second half, or second quarter, rather.
They sure did.
They could not stop us, essentially. Even on the ground, they know we're running the ball, and they couldn't stop us regardless because our line really made a lot of good gaps. My concern is that, we can't slow them down defensively. They seem like they moved it every single time they got the ball. They moved it very well, except for the very beginning drive.
Here we go.
And here's the kick, and it's a line drive kick. It's going to be Thad that picks it up, I believe. And he's running with it, and he's not going to make it anywhere. He gets stopped at the 15. Maybe should have just let that one go. Sometimes you just let those ones fly back in the end zone, but that'll be
Eric Mangini again on the stop.
Eric Mangini.
That guy's,
Luke, yeah,
I'm sorry, Luke.
Luke's just, he's fast. Yeah, he's fast, and he's got a very good tackling ability.
Luke Mangini's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly, and runs with a lot of intensity, right? So he
does.
So we're deep. We're at the 16-yard line, and that's where we're gonna have to dig ourselves out of this hole. My thing is we gotta just be a little more conservative on the timeouts. You gotta get set and get in queue with your offense and not burn them up. And that's going to be a loss of a few.
Yeah, pass to my Wyatt Payne. No gain at all.
Yeah, that was a screen pass to Wyatt, but on the far side, that might have been Ethan. I'm not positive, but Max didn't even look over there. Oh, that was Thad. Thad on the far side, wide open. Yeah, we didn't. That was a designed screen pass, and it was just completely snuffed out. Yeah, you gotta look for your reads a little bit. Max has got to develop more into that, but.
Intended for Sperlin.
Intended for Sperlin. Tipped, actually, it was almost picked off. Actually, it was almost picked by number 16, I want to say that was. That was Lucas Brandt. And Ethan Osborne was in the vicinity of the tip ball, though, and, maybe could have ran up to it, maybe if he went full speed ahead on it. But it's 3rd and 14, early in the second half. And Conneaut now looking to pass, on 2 consecutive plays, and they're not moving it well. They got one completed and then one incomplete. They've got to be a little bit smarter here. I know they want to pass the ball to move it. And and there's a flag thrown.
2 flags.
As it was, I thought it was intercepted again by Brandt, but it wasn't. Actually, it hit right off of him.
Is that a pass interference, maybe?
I think so. I think it's a pass interference against Hawken, but I'm not sure. Who was the receiver? Was it Bryce?
Yes.
I think it was Bryce was intended there. Bryce moves very well. He's like a tight end, but he moves like a receiver. So that will hopefully move it up for a first down or close. It's not going to be is it a first down? Yes, it is. Conneaut Spartans first down.
Okay.
And on the penalty, we get ourselves a break, right, Billy? And we move it up now. We're not so deep in the territory on a blessing. Now we're to the 27.
Let's take advantage of this break here.
And a low snap again, but picked up and handed off to Wyatt. Wyatt's got some running room, slipped out of one tackle, and then dragged down again by guess who? Luke Mangini. And big commanding tackle. But I think Wyatt slipped out of 3 tackles on that play just to pick up 7 yards. That was very impressive.
He did. Typical Wyatt Payne run. Picked up a tough 7 yards.
And you gotta just command regardless. you got to command the running game because then that opens up the pass a little bit more. I think they started by passing, and it really did not work out. Rocco's got to go back to what works. And then from the shotgun, Max is back. He's going to roll right. He's going to keep it himself, but slipped out. That's Conneaut, who Wyatt was supposed to pick him up on the block, and he slipped right out of Wyatt's block there.
Right,
and
you're right.
And that was a loss of only maybe 1 or 2. But a loss nonetheless. That brings up 3rd and 4 now. Clock's running. It's 9 and some change left in this third.
A lot of change.
Yeah. And on 3rd and 4, Wyatt beside Max there in the shotgun. And Max is going to keep it himself up the middle, and he's breaking away. He gets up past the 40-yard line, tackled at about the 39. Max Gleason, first down. Jordan Johnson finally caught up to him. Jordan Johnson, incredible athlete, Steve. He's
about the only one that could have caught him on that one.
You're right, exactly. If it was anybody else, I think Max would have been gone, but couldn't do it. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to go downstairs. No, I know, but I'm going to go back. Oh, okay.
Oh, we want to mention, too, that Billy Ciccatelli is going to be a ghost for Halloween. So we're excited about that. Be looking for him on the streets of Conneaut, folks. And on the first down, Wyatt lost quite a few.
He ran into a host of
a gaggle of hawks. Yeah.
Yeah, a gaggle of hawks. Yes.
Yeah. A crow of hawks. I don't know if it's a crow or a gaggle, but yeah. But he lost. They're going to only say 2. I thought he would have lost more than that. So it's 2nd and 12. Ball's at the 42. What about it? Those guys are. And Max is rolling out. He's getting blown out of the pocket. And he's going right, and he's going to throw it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It might have been picked off, and it looks like it was. I'm not seeing a ruling, but yeah, number 6 for Hawken. Charlie Mallett. Yeah, it's a Hawken interception, but all the way down at the 25. That was intended, I believe, for Bryce Sperlin.
No, that wasn't a good throw by Max. He knows it. He should have just ran out of bounds or something. He should have run out of bounds.
Well, we're trying to throw it, and I give them credit for it, but yeah, in that case, with a 2nd and 12, you're trying too desperately to fit it in that hole. But you're not putting them in too good a field position. It's down at the 25, so at least they were trying to be aggressive, closer into their territory. First down, Hawken on the 25. Moorhead going to hand it off to Johnson up the middle. Hits one block, and he gets stopped early by Scotty Edwards.
My man, Scotty Edwards, boy, he ran into him and stopped immediately.
Yeah, he spun off one tackle, but then Scotty came in, blew him right back. That was probably one of the best plays against Johnson so far. The smallest gains he's had, maybe only a 1-yard pickup.
Really? A little less than 8 minutes left.
Yeah. And Moorhead is going to fake the handoff, play action. He's going to throw it, and he completes it to number 10 for the Hawks. That is Tommy Wright.
Tommy Wright's name has been mentioned many times tonight.
Yeah, many times, and it was a nice pass over top of between Coville and Max Gleason. Max Gleason was the one that dragged him out.
And he was open again.
Yeah, they're just he's finding the windows, just great route running.
Yes.
But Moorhead's not missing the throws, so.
You're right.
But it's still 3rd down, did not get it. 3rd and short upcoming.
Gee, I wonder what's going to happen here.
Yeah, they're going to look like they're in the box formation. They're going to hand it off to Mangini. Mangini, though, he's put up short. He stood upright. He didn't get it, looks like.
Close. Very, very close. Scotty Edwards again in on the stop.
They're going to give it to him. They're not yeah.
Oh, that referee moved that ball up about a yard. Gave him the first down.
Yeah, they moved it up a bit, but they're giving it to him right at that spot, looks like, at the 35, and they get a fresh set. With 6:30 left to go in this third. Moorhead from shotgun. He's looking to throw, and he completes it. And out of bounds.
Whoa. Oh, Wyatt Payne popped him.
Wyatt Payne.
And he's down.
And who was that? Tommy Wright?
I can't.
No, that was number 16.
Lucas Brandt. It was a clean hit by Wyatt Payne. Whoa.
Well, because he was stood up and the whistle just blew.
Right. No flag.
Yeah.
Nobody hurt. That's good. And another first down.
Another first down. And that's Hawkins moving the ball quite well right now through the air. Not even really leaning on Johnson at the moment. And they're going to hand it off to him, get him back in the game. And he takes off right up the middle.
He's gone.
And he slips past Max. He cannot be caught. And he runs in from 40 yards out, 46 yards out. And it's another Hawken touchdown. Going up 2 scores, folks, against Conneaut with just 6 minutes left to go in the third.
Great run by a great back.
It looked like they were going to move the ball down the field no matter what, but Johnson just completely blew him by surprise with the burst of speed up the middle, and he hadn't had a breakout play like that tonight until now. So it's been good for Conneaut's defense to really hold them to it as of this point. But
well, this offense is wearing this defense down.
Yeah, I was hoping that the break over half would have done enough for him to get him back into it. And a kick. And the kick is up.
It's good.
And good. That kick was by, what's your guy's name again?
Julian Javoris or Javoris?
Javoris.
I'm sorry, I don't know the pronunciation. Makes it 28-14 here. We're about halfway through the third quarter.
Yep. And in the and then in the CVC, we know Hawken's been very dominant so far, and they're playing Perry and other schools that are really also up to the task of being dominant this year. And Hawken's just very good overall. They were well-rounded.
What division are they, Ben? Division 3?
Division 3.
And Conneaut's what, 4? 5, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that tells you right there. Remember seeing them at the Spire in basketball, right? And that was
that's right.
They ended up beating Edgewood.
Yeah.
And Edgewood's terrific. You know, they have John Buller as a coach. They had a great team.
That's right. That's right.
And Edgewood hung in there, but just couldn't quite hang in for all 4 quarters. So that was a good game to watch during the holiday tournament last December.
You know, Jordan Johnson's only a junior. He'll be back next year.
Yeah, and so will Donovan Moorhead. He's a sophomore.
Right.
But he's built like a refrigerator, so. So the kick by Javoris. And it's going to be picked up by Ethan Osborne, or is that Wyatt? No, I'm sorry.
Wyatt.
That's Wyatt. But slipped out. That was Kene Obi. Again, gets just down there so fast and stops him. There's a flag all the way back at the 32. Oh, that number 6 again. Yeah, that's Charlie Mallett, who had the interception and has had a lot of receptions so far tonight.
He's a freshman.
Yeah, he's the main target for Moorhead. But I'm not sure what the penalty is, but
it's against Conneaut.
It's against Conneaut. They're moving it back.
Oh, there's Billy on the side.
Billy's got to get involved and take over this game.
That's right.
He's got to try to talk to him a little bit.
Well, he's putting on some shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Oh, he might be going in.
He's getting in there.
Anyways, Conneaut's way back.
way back now. They're at the 9-yard line after that penalty. We're not sure what it was, right? But from shotgun,
Right.
Max is there with Wyatt on his right hip. And Wyatt Payne finds a seam, and he falls down, but a good burst ahead. He picks up at least 5.
Whoa. Getting up slowly.
Well, yeah, he went head over. He went head down and flipped all the way around. I think he's okay, but that was a hard fall. Yeah, he definitely shook up.
He's still in though. Still in the game. 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Conneaut, they moved the ball again. Just don't forget, you moved it very well so far against this team. So you can't abandon what you've done so far. Just the Max Gleason, you can't force the ball into some of these tight passes. Low snap, Max is going to keep it up the middle, and he shakes off one guy. He's going to get the first down and then falls forward.
Great fake to Wyatt Payne.
Yeah. Max? Yeah, Max. Well, pound for pound, like you say, right, Steve? He's put on 15 pounds of muscle this season.
I tell you, pound for pound, and every year there's somebody pound for pound that I really think, they're the best players on the team, and that's what I see in Wyatt Payne and Max Gleason. They're about the same size. They are tough cookies.
And he's going to hand it off to Wyatt. Wyatt's falling forward up the middle and gets tied up by, I think, Lashinger with the stop. And I also believe the nose tackle, Will Greenberg, was in on it as well, up the middle. Could have broke free, but you got wrapped up by your shoes, and there was, I don't know who it was, but someone for Conneaut was kind of in his way that he had to push out of the way a little bit. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5, sorry, rather.
Yeah, he's got 1st and 10 on the score.
Yeah, I'm looking over there.
Better move it there.
Not using my common sense here.
Yeah, you're right, 2nd and 5.
And it's encroachment against Hawken. They're going to move it up 5. That'll be a Conneaut Spartans first down.
There you go.
Yeah, for flagrant encroachment, yes. With that type of encroachment, I would give him 20. Yeah. Probably have a talk with the coach, too.
Oh, no, they didn't give it to him. They got 2nd down and short.
Oh, it's 2nd and like an inch. Okay.
Yeah, right. You got
okay,
it there.
And Wyatt falls forward, gets the first down for Conneaut. That Conneaut first down brought to you by your Conneaut Dairy Queen. The featured blizzard is a Snickerdoodle cookie dough blizzard or pumpkin pie. And, of course, try something from the Brazier Grill. We'll see you at the Conneaut DQ. Remember, Dairy Queen ice cream cakes for all occasions. Steve Grant's birthday, Megan Lebzelder's birthday, sweetest day in October. Yeah, Matt Jarvie's after birthday. His birthday was on Tuesday.
Yes.
We should wish him one. Oh, Max is flushed way out.
Oh.
Not good. He somehow falls forward enough to not lose all that yardage, but not good at all. Oh, I'm sorry. That was that Wyatt?
Yeah.
That was Wyatt. Not good whatsoever. Not a good play. It was a rollout that was too deep, and now it's 2nd and long. Ball's at the 31, 32.
About the 32.
Clock's rolling. We got about 2:45 in the third. Max looking to pass. He's throwing right, and he finds complete. That's Ethan Osborne, I believe.
Got some room.
And picks up maybe 7 or 8. And it's definitely not a first down, but you know what? You got yourself back into it here. You're past the line of scrimmage. You're at the 40 now.
Maybe 3rd and 7.
Yeah, you need to get to the 47, correct. And it's 3rd down, but it's definitely more manageable now. And a good look from Max to Ethan. He hasn't connected with him tonight, I believe, until now. And 3rd down from shotgun. Max looking to flip it.
Oh, no.
And that was just a very bad look to Ethan on a screen pass. Not good at all.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of pressure on Max, and he just threw it away.
Yep. Yeah. He threw left. He was moving left, and it's always hard to get strength with it when you're moving left. He didn't get planted either. He was kind of awkward. And Max, he doesn't have the strongest arm, so he has to kind of be planted in order to get some zip on it. But that'll bring a 4th down for Conneaut, unfortunately. And it looks like Bryce is out to punt.
Let's get a good one, Bryce. Not bad
Line drive.
Doesn't get.
And not good. Not a good bounce. Ty Koval, unfortunately, was going down the sideline and just let it bounce and kick back. Or no, I'm sorry. Is that Ty Koval? Well, no, that's number 20, whoever that is.
Wish they could have scored on that one, but they didn't. So
Hawken
takes over at their own 30.
Devin Fogel, that's who it was, that just completely let it bounce past him. He's on the sideline there.
1:47 left here in the third quarter, fellas.
Yep.
Got to stop them now.
Conneaut looks like they've slowed up a bit offensively, so not good, because we still haven't come up with an answer on how we're gonna slow them down. We had a couple good plays on that last drive, but nothing really that looked like we were getting answers.
This Hawken team just wears you out.
Yeah, but you had some movement on that one. You gave your defense a little bit of a break.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and good stop by both Scotty Edwards and Ty Koval. And it was a gain of nothing.
Agnew hit him first, slowed him down.
Yeah. Need Billy Ciccatelli out there to level him below the knees, That's how you bring him down. So 1:10 left to go in this quarter. And Moorhead's going to hand off to Johnson again. He's bouncing off.
They almost had him in the backfield.
Yeah. Almost had him, but the sheer speed of Johnson just blows past Conneaut offensively. Jordan Johnson, he's having himself a wonderful game so far. Gets another 1st down for Hawken. He's up to the 43.
Hurry up offense on this one.
And Johnson again on the rollout. Picks up maybe 3 or 4. Good D, stop short of midfield.
Ty Koval again and on the stop.
Ty Koval again with another stop. He's racking up a ton of tackles tonight.
Hurt his hand.
3rd and counting. Oh, he's 3rd in the count. I'm sorry. They said 3rd and counting. I'm like, all right.
Sorry.
He's 3rd in Ashtabula County so far.
Oh.
Correct.
Oh, missed tackle.
And another 1st down for Hawken. That one to Charlie Mallett. And moving up again. 19.7 left to go in this 3rd quarter. All your fault, Steve. But
Matt's not Mike, and he's just mumbling here and making comments constantly.
Yeah.
He's driving us crazy.
He's like Billy over here now.
That's a good one.
He's making a lot of noise and tapping us a lot.
Throw him out.
And handoff again to Johnson. Jordan Johnson slips around the tackle, gets nice dragged down though. Yeah, not too many yards there. Ethan Osborne with the stop for Conneaut. And that's 2nd and 7 upcoming. And that'll end the 3rd quarter with Hawken sitting at 28 and the Spartans sitting at 14. We'll take this brief timeout, but come back for 4th quarter and more on WOW Media.
I'll do the live spot too, Ben. It's brought to you by your Conneaut Save a Lot food store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. And remember what they have on sale too through tomorrow, I think it is fresh cut pork butt roast.
Yeah.
Spots. And also starting tomorrow is a new special starting tomorrow is fresh cut chuck roast, only $5.99 a pound. I mean, that's a pretty good price. Steve still complains about it, I think.
No
but
complaints.
Save a Lot is your inflation-fighting low food price store. So go see him out there on West Main Road.
Conneaut Pizza and Sub Shop is a top choice in the region for pizza, stromboli, wings, but also homestyle dinners. Conneaut Pizza and Sub Shop on Broad Street is looking for someone to join their team. Applicants for assistant manager should call 593-5600 or stop in and apply. Assistant manager hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 3 until 10, and Sunday starting at 4. So if you or a family member want to earn good pay in a good working environment, call or stop in at Conneaut Pizza and Sub Restaurant, downtown on Broad Street, or call 593-5600. 593-5600. Conneaut Pizza and Sub Shop, 593-5600. Not fast food, but good food quick.
And we're back at Joslyn Field for the start of the fourth quarter. And falling forward, I believe, was that Moorhead, or was that just Johnson?
Big Jack Johnson.
Big Jack Johnson. Oh, it looked like it was number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah, who hasn't really gotten a lot of them. That was Paxton Lashinger.
Who is Bud Carson's great-grandson.
Yeah, and they got Bud Carson.
Just guessing.
Well, they got number 16 in for quarterback, too.
And there goes
Lucas Brandt.
Number 2.
And
there's a fake handoff there.
Yep.
Number
16, Brandt carries it, who's in a quarterback, and he picks up the first down. He's at about the 24.
Brandt. Wonder who else they got on here on this who's of this team. Jim Tressel's nephew.
Yeah. Great nephew. Yeah, you wouldn't even know it. that one they're keeping a secret. But just starting out the fourth quarter, and Moorhead back in with a man in motion. Johnson behind him. Oh, flag's thrown.
Illegal procedure.
Yeah, looks like it.
Flagrant illegal procedure.
Flagrant, that's going to back him up 25.
Not quite that far.
I think Donald Trump has a cousin playing.
Yeah, I think
now.
It's probably possible.
Number 76, I think.
This is quite a team, though.
Number 76.
I mean, there's probably more to it than that. I mean, this is quite a makeup of players here.
Brennan Healy. Yeah, he's his cousin, huh? His cousin twice removed.
There's only five yards for legal procedure. I don't know if we have 5 yards in any of the ones that we did.
And in motion again.
There
and handoff to Johnson, and he finally falls down.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you, this Johnson's one of the best backs I've seen in a long time.
He's tough. He is tough.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't know.
Last year we had a couple good ones, Northeast, or was it Northeast?
Well,
Northeast had a good one.
Yeah.
But, this is definitely something unlike what we're used to so far. Definitely this season we haven't seen anyone quite this good. And 2nd and 11. And Moorhead dropping back. He's getting pressured, but he's going to dump it off to Johnson. Johnson's going to get the first down. He's cutting back towards the middle, and he slips past one tackle, and he's in for the score. Made it look easy somehow.
I was just going to say that, Ben. He makes it look so easy on that play.
I mean, and the crazy thing was there was pressure all over the place on Moorhead.
I know. He blew by 6 players.
Yeah.
Just blew right by him.
Yeah. Well, in open space, right it's hard, when you're going that fast.
This guy's phenomenal.
Still 9:44 left to go in this game, but it's 34-14. Hawken takes a 3-touchdown lead now. And Javoris with the kick.
Oh, I don't know if that made it.
And no, he pulled it left. So it'll stay a 20-point lead, 34-14 with 9:44 left to go.
So they have to get 2 safeties for your prediction to come true.
That's right. That's right.
It is quite a football team. You're right.
24 points.
It's a lot of weapons on that team, isn't there?
Yep.
It's hard to overcome everything they've got on this Hawks offense and defense. I mean, special teams are pretty solid.
Does anybody know why we're playing on a Thursday night?
Lack of referees, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to cover every game for a Friday night. Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had a shortage of refs for a while. PIAA, same thing.
Right, all sports. I was talking to a ref last week. All sports, football, basketball.
Right. Young people don't want to do it the way they used to. I don't know why. They just don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, according to one referee, and he's a veteran.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, he said that the fans are unruly.
Yeah, I know.
Parents are getting worse. The fans are getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not fun for them anymore.
Well, I think in basketball, that's a big problem.
Well, they're so close to them.
Because they're so close. You're in a gymnasium, a lot of emotions and stuff.
Exactly.
Tends to get physical. I mean, football can be that way too, but I think the fans are less of a problem. I'm not going to say they aren't completely.
You got to remember too, without the umpires and our fans or referees out there, we can't have a sanctioned game. These guys can't play,
That's right.
So we have to be nice, be kind to the referees.
And the kick is good, a looper kick, and dropped a pick up though by that's Thad Huya, I believe, running all the way to the side, and he's going to get stood up.
Tommy Wright.
Yep, Tommy Wright made the stop initially. Also number 1, that is Mitch Greenberg, another Greenberg. So
Hank Greenberg's great-great-grandson.
Hank Greenberg.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
For those who remember Hank Greenberg, going way back in baseball.
Oh, boy.
So who's Penn State play this weekend?
They play Illinois.
Illinois.
I hope in Illinois, but I hope they can handle them.
Yeah, that should be an easy win for Penn State.
Isn't Ohio State Western Kentucky or something like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on the rollout.
Oh, look at that.
Wyatt Payne.
Look at those two guys picking on number 60 there for the Hawks.
Yeah.
That's number 66 and number 58. Number 58.
Yeah, Gavin Nesbitt, I believe, and Scotty Edwards.
Ah.
Yeah, they're just driving them downfield.
They drove them down 10 yards down the field before they knocked them down.
The play's not even over that way. Under 9 left to go. 2nd and 6 upcoming. Max from shotgun. He's going to keep it himself on the fake.
Oh, there's nowhere to go, though.
But not really. And
he
got a few. And he's close to a first down.
He is.
Lassinger in on that one. And of course, Luke Mangini. 8:35 left in the fourth quarter, folks.
Yeah, it's like a 3rd and 1.5 upcoming. Ball's at the 29. And from shotgun, Max is going to keep it again. He's got Wyatt in front of him, and he's going to barely get it.
Not much room.
He ran out of field, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to say got it, but not by a lot. So first down, Conneaut. And injury on the field. That's another Hawken player. We hadn't seen an injury for a while. That's number 5. That is Paxton Lashinger, who ran a little bit. He's done a lot of different things so far. A lot of defensive positions. Receiver has also played running back. He's slow to get up, but he's moving and heading back to the sideline.
Edgewood has extended their lead over Chagrin Falls, Ben, 40-0.
40-0.
Wow.
Well, I'm just saying, too, I feel like Conneaut should have easily done that to them, probably. Like you said, right, we had probably 200 yards called back in penalties or so. So we could have put 40-0 against Chagrin. But I think Edgewood matchup's going to be really interesting, especially here at home.
Right.
Did you know Bob Shackle was taping that game in Chagrin Falls?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, I did know that.
Okay. Because they're showing it on TV now.
And first down, Max looking to throw.
It's picked off.
Yep, and it's picked off by number 6, but it looked like Bryce Sperlin had a chance.
Charlie Mallet is still up on his feet. Now, no, he's still up on his feet.
Whistle's blown.
Yep, and Charlie Mallett came up with that one. That might have been his second one. I'm not positive. I think he picked the first one off, too, against Max.
Bryce Sperlin was open, and Charlie
Mallett, I believe it was. I believe it was him that picked the first one off, too, right before in the third quarter there. So
he just came across the field and picked it off. Great play, great defensive play.
Yeah, he read Max and, played against Bryce really well and just cut the ball off. Thought, they've done that a few times where they pulled that off, but against a defense like that with good speed, you're just not going to, I guess. You're not going to find those deep passes.
I like the call. Just didn't execute it. What are you going to do?
It's 1st and 10, Hawken at the Conneaut 42. Then handoff to Johnson. He gets a couple. Stopped at the 40 by 54. Corey Pearson. Haven't called his name a lot tonight, but Corey Pearson just with a shoelace tackle and a nice stop of maybe just only 2 yards. That's what we need. Clock's running.
Makes us wonder how good Gilmore Academy is. They handle these guys
exactly. Well, they're good.
Pretty well.
They're ranked in the top 10, I think, in the state.
And handoff, that's to Mangini. He gets past the 35, maybe the 34, and is stopped by Coville and Bradley Agnew. And it's going to be 3rd and short.
There's his father, Eric Mangini, running onto the field.
Yeah.
Congratulating him.
Yeah. If only.
Ex-Browns coach.
Yeah, that's what they need is Eric Mangini to coach this team. That's what, yeah. And on 3rd down, Johnson, he gets the first and plenty more.
Just makes it look so easy.
I mean, he's so elusive on top of his speed and his strength that he has.
That's the good word, elusive. He is very elusive.
It's just unbelievable to watch him.
He's one of the best I've seen in a long time. And he'll be back next year.
Yeah. I don't think this is a one-time thing playing Hawken for us, fortunately, right? I mean, they're a bigger school, as you guys talked about, and they're a private school, so they are, we would say they're recruiting or anything like that, but they're definitely, building a football team there. And they're Division III.
1st down and running Johnson again. He's finding the far corner, slipping past Agnew and a couple others.
Unbelievable.
And touchdown, Hawken.
That was a great run.
Yeah.
That wasn't an easy play
I know. He just knows where to go, doesn't he? He knows where to go when he's out there.
Can't say enough good things about that young man. Wow. What is that, his 3rd touchdown tonight, or Ben?
Yeah, it's his.
I think it's his 3rd. He scored 4 against Edgewood.
Yeah. At least we know that there's no need for any final scores. So we know that Edgewood's got that handled pretty well, so we can just name our Dairy Queen player of the game and call it a night.
Yep. Oh, and a high snap, and Javoris, and picked up by Connie. Yeah, there's no way to run it back, but it's a dead ball. So that's 2 kicks that were not converted for Hawken. One of them was pulled, and the other one there was a high snap that was dropped. So it'll remain 40-14, Hawken with the lead. 6:18 left to go in this game. Conneaut would be nice to answer back with a nice strong drive. We haven't seen a strong offensive drive by them in quite some time. Seemed like they've run out of gas a little bit and stalled out.
If you look at the sideline now, Ben, they are exhausted.
Yeah, I mean the speed. It's the speed. It's the speed against some of these players that you really can't hang with them, unfortunately, this long.
And they're a big team too. Just trying to move those big bodies around is, that's tough.
I think Coach Dobrin's putting some of his reserves in now. 6:18 left here in the game.
Yeah, we'll see if Hawken does.
I think they got a lot of reserves in too. Really not much to say at this point.
Carrick Dobrin's over here on the 50-yard line on our side of the field. Coach's son.
Kind of like a squibbler.
It's picked up and he just drops down there.
I think that was Colby Stiltner that picked it up.
Yeah, Spartan player number 15, Colby Stiltner, who's a potential candidate for future takeover for quarterback.
Yes.
Yep, he's one of the guys they're looking at.
Sophomore.
Carrick is the guy on that list too as well.
Yeah. So you got, after Max, you got some questions for sure on who's going to take that spot over. You have to worry about it right now, but you're always looking to,
the future, yeah.
Brew good talent on the JV squad.
Mm-hmm.
And first down, 6 minutes left. First play, looking like Kobe's going to throw it to Ethan Osborne. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Bryce Spurlin. Bryce Spurlin threw that one. And a completion to Ethan Osborne. Biggest pickup through the air, I think, so far tonight.
That was a nice pass.
Or one of.
Nice play.
Very nice pass. And that was in tight traffic, too, wasn't it?
Yep. Yep.
Kind of threaded that right in there, and Ethan Osborne grabs it and makes a nice gain out of it.
Yep. And looks like they're going to give Bryce a shot at quarterback, which is good, because you're going to have to throw it quite a bit. Max tonight hasn't looked comfortable,
Max is lined up, too, and as a wideout.
Yeah, he's lined up. And, Max has thrown two interceptions, so give him just a little bit of a break at quarterback. Yeah. Let him run some routes.
Yeah. This kind of stuff was – there he is. There he gets it, too. We're just talking about it. He's off to the races. He gets caught from behind.
Whoa!
He's almost in.
Yeah.
Tackle at the 4.
That was number 10 for, it was close. Tommy Wright tackled him at about the 3.
It shows you the speed. Tommy Wright.
Yeah, Max, who's been outrunning anybody we played, has not outrun anyone tonight.
Remember, Max was third in the combined in speed. Third fastest guy in Ashtabula County.
Yep. And low snap to Bryce. He's going to hand it off to Wyatt. Wyatt's going to lose a couple, unfortunately.
My goodness.
Low snap, and that was Mangini.
Number 30. Gee, who could that be?
Yeah. And, they just read that play right out, too.
They did. They sniffed it out.
We should bring in our other fullback, Scotty Edwards.
Big fella.
Our big fullback.
Less than 5 minutes to play now here in the 4th.
Somebody.
Let's Earl Campbell it in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bryce at shotgun. Looking to throw it to the far side over there. I'm sorry, near side. Incomplete, intended for, I believe that's Max.
Overthrew him.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you have these tight spaces, it's really hard to find your guy, unfortunately. Not sure who they're going to on this one. We'll see. 3rd and 5. I'm sorry, 3rd and goal at the 5. And he's going to hand it off to Wyatt.
He's in. He's got it in.
Ooh, yeah. Think they got it?
Yes,
Wyatt Payne puts it in the end zone to give us our 3rd touchdown tonight. Second for him.
Didn't it take him a long time to signal that?
Yeah, I thought it was.
They did.
I thought it was close.
I thought it looked like he was in, and they weren't signaling anything.
Yeah, they gave it to him eventually. And touchdown, Conneaut, 20-40, and an extra point will bring it within 19.
Bryce is kicking and quarterbacking now. He's doing a lot of stuff out there. It's up good.
It's good.
And we answer back. It had been quite some time since we scored, but here we are, 21-40 with 4:39 in this game. Hawken will get the ball back, though, and who knows what they're going to try here. Most likely they'll put in their reserves, but, you never know, I guess, with this much time left.
That's true. That's true. Who knows?
That's a nice little pick-me-up for the guys. So they've been through a bit of a drought here, and now they've been able to get back some momentum, show that they still got what it takes to score.
Yep. And, you know, I got to give the offensive line a lot of credit tonight. Just they've done a good job against a strong defensive line. They've won that battle, I think, more often than not.
They have.
Especially in the first half.
Yeah, kudos to that good offensive line.
Yeah, I think that's who I'm giving an award to tonight. I don't know exactly if it's one or all five, but I have a name in mind. I have two names in mind, I guess. And it looks like it's an onside kick.
Yes, it
It is.
Oh, and it did
Pick
hit
it
the
up.
player.
Yeah,
I think we got it.
Conneaut ball.
Conneaut ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they if they touched it right, then they.
Yeah, and their player for some reason ran across the line. He was the only one in a whole pack of Spartans over there, and he jumps up in the air to try to get the ball. And I think he touched it. And I don't know who told him that was a good idea.
I don't even know if it was necessarily long enough. It was. I don't know if it went 10 yards.
It wasn't, but he touched it.
But he touched it, made it live.
And lost it, so Conneaut ball.
It has to go at least 10 yards, right?
Right, to pick it up, correct.
And they kicked it from the 40, and he was across the 50, I think, when he touched it.
And Conneaut ball on the onside kick.
Oh! No!
Oh, number 14.
I couldn't help yelling, "Don't throw it!"
I don't even want to know his name. Number 14.
That's the kicker.
Yeah,
oh
Jabbers.
Yeah, they're loaded up on this team. They got some real talent over there in a lot of positions, more than we thought. I mean, we knew about the running back. We knew he was pretty solid, pretty tough. We knew they had a big line. They had a big quarterback that knows how to throw the football. But that's not all.
Yeah, I mean,
you're right, Matt. They're talented everywhere.
And they could have had several interceptions tonight, and they've only ended up with 2, I think, from the same guy.
Right.
So,
right, Tommy Wright. Yeah.
But Bryson, a quarterback, ball's at the 49, dropping back, looking to throw over the middle, right to him.
That was right to him.
Yeah. That's Conneaut, who made a crucial sack for Hawken in the first half that ended the drive. Remember, he was the one that ended the drive in the first half that could have tied the game at half.
I don't know what that one was all about. I'm not sure.
Well, it looks like Bryce is just looking for one player to throw to, and he's not looking.
I know it.
He doesn't have a second or a third
option.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me.
He would have better luck to just close his eyes and throw it anywhere else on the field.
Oh, really? That's true, the poor guy.
Yeah.
Of course, we love Bryce. He's doing a good job. We appreciate all he's done for us.
Yeah, nobody feels worse than he does right
was
now.
our Dairy Queen Player of the Game award winner against Western Reserve.
Yeah.
So the big kick.
Oh,
He's a good
and almost won the game.
And playing tough too with a hurt ankle too, on the kicking foot.
Yeah, on the hurt ankle that came back into play.
I remember Rock said that he wouldn't come out of the game, and I was thinking, well, must have been his planning foot, right? Nope, it was his kicking foot. When your ankle's hurt, how do you kick a football 40 yards?
Or at all. Yeah, just how do you kick it at all?
Yeah, but he did.
3:55 left.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 8, and that's ball's on the 36. Couple.
You know what's weird too is that we won't know if there was anybody who has a record before 1985 that ever kicked a football.
Right
here at Conneaut. That's all the farther they go back with records.
Moorhead, he's going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson's rolling out right.
What happened to all the records, Steve?
I don't know, but I still contend that as a little boy. I went to a lot of football games, and they used to kick extra points in the 60s and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I contend that 40-yard field goal is the longest in the history. I don't know of any kicker in the history of Conneaut has kicked a field goal more than 40 yards. They didn't even kick field goals many years ago.
Well, yeah, in a recent time, too, we had Eric Heinonen, who had a really powerful leg.
I still think yeah.
But he almost made a 56-yarder that one time. Mm-hmm. It fell short, remember? But and then with Merlin, we didn't have to kick field goals because they were scoring touchdowns.
Exactly.
Right, never went for it. And handoff is to Mangini up the middle.
Oh, look at that.
First down plus plenty.
My goodness.
Inside the 20 in the red zone. Tykova with a stop for Conneaut. Mangini gets it up to about the 18.
No, a 40-yard field goal for a high school kid. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he drove.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
He drove past several players just ducking and running just right up the middle.
I remember watching a game many years ago when Conneaut got beat in the last seconds against Geneva by a 45-yard field goal, and that kicker went to Ohio State.
Oh, I'll be darned.
I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, and a
look
low
at
hit.
that.
Best play.
Open field tackle, and that's Johnson, wasn't it? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Jaden. Well, Jaden Anderson.
Yeah, but I mean, it was
Jordan Johnson, right, yeah.
He just stopped him. That hasn't happened all night very
Right.
much, has it?
Yep.
No.
So I'm glad Jaden got that.
Yeah, Jaden's presence been felt on the defensive line for sure.
And he's got that quickness back, too, that when I talked about that sack he had last week against Jacob Lay, Chagrin Falls, he showed that speed. It's wonderful to see him coming back off that injury, not only just to play, but also showing that burst of speed that he has.
And this is a handoff to Mangini again, and he slips past one tackle and dragged down by Max Gleason.
Oh, that was.
I'm sorry. Oh, number 5.
Lassinger.
Yep.
Yeah, they look the same. Well, he's inside the 10. He's at the 7-yard line, and there's a minute left. They might get this one in. We'll see. First down, Hawken.
As clock runs down, 50 seconds now left in the game. 40-21, Hawken.
And they're in kneel down. Yep.
Yeah.
They're going to kneel it down even though they're that
class.
close.
That's class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good.
That was a classy move.
And they're going to walk off with the win on that kneel down. 25 seconds and counting, so that's it. 40-21.
They got a small crowd over there that came with them, but they saw their Hawks play a very tough football game tonight.
Wow.
Because it was close in the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I thought it was.
Oh, they played them tough. They really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, to kind of start the recap, the end game recap. We're 9 yards away from tying the game to go into half, if you remember. And then it was a sack. It was a Conneaut sack against Max that ended the half. We had maybe one or two plays if we didn't get that sack where we could have had a couple shots in the end zone.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it. You're on the 9-yard line or the 7. Yeah, I'm sorry, the 7-yard line. Yeah, they had to go 7 yards and couldn't get there, unfortunately. Too risky to run the ball. So anyway, and then the second half, unfortunately, just things were not going our way, and we did not have the energy to hang in there with them.
And I think they knew they were playing a team that has capabilities of playing them hard. And they, there were times where we didn't know which way this game was going to go in the first half. But the second half, they really, start taking off with it.
Yep. So
there are some big boys, though, aren't they? I mean, those guys. I don't know how many of them are Division I prospects or Division II prospects, but there's something going on there. These guys are some big boys. I would assume some of them are going to want to play college football somewhere. It might end up being like at a Mercyhurst or Edinburgh or a.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Jordan Johnson's got a career. He's a junior, but next year, he's got a college career somewhere big, I think.
Yeah, and if not running the ball in the defensive backfield.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, so I think overall it was just a tough game against a bigger school, a bigger team, right, Steve? And
Steve's just running away.
Yep. Let's sit anyway.
Steve's decided not to talk to us anymore. We love him.
Yeah.
We love him.
So anyway, I don't know. I'm going to give player of the game honors. Anyway, I'm giving.
Offensive or defensive?
Yeah, I'm going to give offensive. No, I'm just going to give player of the game, just the player of the game, to Scotty Edwards.
Okay.
Good, right? Scotty played really well on the line. He was left tackle, played blocked all night pretty good against Greenberg and a couple of these guys on the line, or at least offensive, you know.
Well, you even said that, too. We give it to the entire offensive line we could.
Yeah.
And probably should.
Yeah, Jaden played really well blocking against Greenberg on the nose tackle.
Dylan hung in there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is up against a big team. You know, I don't know if they've been up against anything like this before. Not this year, anyway. So, hey, good to see you, Steve.
Take care, buddy.
Steve Grant's heading out. Most everybody's starting to filter out here slowly. But, yeah, okay, that sounds good, Ben. Which way? You want to go with Scotty Edwards?
I think Scotty Edwards, was the best player tonight for sure. Blocked really well, and we got 3 touchdowns out of it on the ground. So I think got a lot of credit, at least offensive, and some honors as well. Thad Huya played well on the defensive side. Really great coverage against Wright, and
we tried to get the passing game going when we needed to, but. We it wasn't anything like Donovan Moorhead, though, was it?
Yeah, he just was a very good passer overall. So you really can't beat that.
Yeah, it's hard to combat against that. So I thought they a valiant effort, and I think they learned something here tonight. So we'll go to 3-2 on the year, right? And as we head to Jefferson.
Yep. Yeah.
Look forward to that. They're not out of the woods, by any stretch. This would have been good for playoffs, beating a Division III team.
Yeah.
The points we would have got from that would be huge, but nonetheless, we're still on the road. Things are going well, and we're doing everything we can.
Yeah, 3-2, and against Jefferson, tough matchup on the road again, but I think we played definitely one of the most formidable opponents all year that we're gonna play. So So I think we're in good position, at least, sitting at 3-2.
I want to thank Megan Lebzelder back in the studio, too, who produced this game as well as my radio broadcast at Chagrin Falls last week. And appreciate all of that. And we'll be in touch with her again here soon. Of course, we'll look forward to seeing you next week, Friday night, in Jefferson, in the county seat. It should be a good game. Look forward to that.
Yeah. From all of us here, Ben Jarvie, Matt Jarvie, Steve Grant, and Megan Lebzelder back in the studio. Conneaut Spartans go to 3-2 on the year with the 40-21 final score loss, and Hawken goes to 4-1 on the year. We'll see you next week, Friday night against Jefferson, a 6:45 coverage. So long, everyone, and have a good night.
Lake Effect Media and Spartan Nation present Conneaut Spartans football on WOW TV, 1360 AM and WOW 102.9, and always free. Brought to you by your great Spartan sponsors. Conneaut Dairy Queen. Enjoy lunch, dinner, or a cool treat soon at your Conneaut DQ. Chris Breck State Farm Insurance. Here to help life go right. Conneaut Savings Bank. Come grow with us in Conneaut and Austinburg. University Hospital Conneaut Medical Center. Advancing the science of health and the art of compassion. Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices every day. And Gertis Pharmacy, family owned for over 60 years on Main Street, Conneaut.